What's up? We are here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the GRG podcast, and we're doing it live. We are doing it live. We are back another week. Some hot topics. We're going to break it down. And again, the illustrious panel, we're going to have to go straight to them. So let's go right to it. Delilah HD or Delilah Fiber or UHD. Which one do you want to be called now?
Outro.
Look, Delilah HD is perfect, man. Like, don't even. I'm just saying, keep it simple. Happy to be here tonight. Looking forward to these topics. Excited for God of War. I'm glad it's getting pretty good reviews. So yeah, I can't wait. Let's jump into it.
We're gonna definitely jump into it. We're gonna definitely talk about God of War. And then we move on to our other matriarch, which is the lady herself, Lady Infamous. What's going on with you? What's been happening?
Hello, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, Girl Woman Gaming, First Lady of Intermediate Gaming, and it's Friday. Thank the heavens.
You taking that title? You gave yourself a title now.
Yeah, that's my title.
Oh, man, she's like the only one representing over there. So hey,
thank you, Delilah.
I know, but shout out to Intermediate Gaming. But I'm just saying,
she deserved that. She deserved that.
You do. You worked hard for it.
Everybody, welcome.
Oh yeah, indeed. And then we moving on to our youngest member. You know what I'm saying? We got to hurry up and get done tonight before his curfew gets shut down, and that is our boy Bloody Knuckles. What's up with you, young man?
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know what it is, man. It's Bloody Knuckles, the native nerd, aka Got the Gamer. Just trying to be quiet. My mama's upstairs, and I don't want to get her mad.
Oh Lord!
Look, I tell you, I gotta stop doing these late night shows. I'm gonna get in trouble one day.
I know, man. You're gonna have to stop, man. Saturday mornings is all you can do.
I know.
Anyway.
I like the Saturday morning cartoons, man. That's my time.
Oh man! And then we
just exposed his age right there.
He did. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our newest panel member, which is Kaleidoscope. Yo, what's happening with you, bro?
Chillin', man. Yo, ho, where the bottle of rum. It's the Xbox life indeed. And man, I've been playing the hell out of Sea of Thieves. I saw the new update. I saw the new update for Assassin's Creed, and that shit not for Assassin's Creed, look at me, for Sea of Thieves. And it was dope. I mean, they added new monsters, this giant big boss, 2 giant brand new areas that are huge as hell, new gameplay styles. I was like, wow, this is a game that seems that they're going to keep building on it for years to come. And guess what? It's all free if you already got the game.
Yeah.
They're not charging anybody a freaking penny, man.
Yep,
it's $2 price tag.
Yeah, I mean, you can pay $10 a month, but you also have over 100+ games to play well.
Just saying.
I mean, so it's still a bargain.
I Game Pass to my damn self.
$30 value.
Taking advantage.
Anyway,
listen to this. All right, then we move on to that Raiders bum. You know what I'm saying? You ready for next week? 100? You ready for it's finally coming. The sports podcast is coming next week.
Next week, it's the mouth of the West. My name is 100.
Hold up, number one, I was not invited to this podcast. What in the shit?
10 minutes live. You better be glad that I ain't got my sound thing going, because I got something special to do right here once we get done with intros. But anyway, go ahead, 100. What's happening with you? What's going on?
It's the mouth of the West. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting here chilling, man. I got new names for myself every week. It's crazy, huh? But no, I'm trying to getting ready for my little cousin baby shower. So if y'all hear me back out for a minute, because I got people to set up tents and shit.
That's fine. That's good. Okay. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the show. 10 minutes into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes into the show. Then you can cut loose. Speaking of cut loose, what's going on with your live wire? What's happening?
Man, you know, daddy daycare. That's pretty much what I do. My daughter is like, man, listen, man, that first week, you would think I was like, oh man, baby girls, all she do is eat and sleep. This is great. All of a sudden she'd be like, nah, Negro, you got to hold me for the next hour and a half. I'm like, what? She'd be like, yeah, and don't stick me in that bassinet thinking you slick and put it on that oscillator. I know when the fuck I'm being held or not. I'm like, oh shit, goddamn. Just like your mama. So damn demanding.
Got throwing the rocker.
Yes, I can't do the dolphin noise right now until
she don't care
I do
about
my
it.
little
Like,
special thing. So
sometimes she just be like, "Look,
but
man."
you can post them though. You can post it.
But post the dolphin sound.
Post the dolphin. Post the dolphin.
But other than that, I've been playing. When I get a little time,
that sounds like a turkey.
Yeah, I'm about to say that sounds like a
that sound like a sick ass dolphin. Yeah, a land dolphin. Anyway, all right.
But yeah, I've just been trying to play some Hellblade and
yes.
Man, I've been falling asleep. It's not, but
look, man, this is an intro.
It could be dealing with the baby. It could just be tired, man. I'll just be tired, bro. So. Okay, all right, enough. If you're trying to write a novel, this ain't an interview. This is an intro. Trying to jump into it. Am I the last one to go?
No, you're not the last one.
You said 10 minutes in. What the fuck?
Hey man, listen.
They're doing 20-minute intros.
Yeah, because we got about 20 people on the podcast. That's what we do every week. Anyway, and we move to last but not least. That boy is always up. Triple Cup Chuck. What's up? I know you're going to have a lot of hot fire tonight for our topics. What's going on?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm with it. Man, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. Hey, today my sister's birthday. I want to give a shout out to Half Pint. My mama named her Half Pint because she was a half of a drink. I'm Triple Cup, so I'm the big drink. But I want to give a shout out to my we in here.
Happy birthday, Half Pint.
Yeah, happy birthday,
happy birthday.
That boy is.
I love the drink.
You know what? Triple Cup is straight about that life, man. He is don't drink your juice in the hood. Why? What is that movie called?
No. Why pimping in South Central?
Oh man, that is Triple Cup Chuck. He living that life. That's Baby Boy. That's Minister Society. That's.
You act like he
I'm just saying he all that, man. When you got a homeboy named Deuce, or you got some family members named
Pookie, man.
Pookie, and you got
cousin Pook now. I got a
cousin
Ray.
Ray. Hey, if you got a Ray, you a thug. I don't give a damn who you are. You got a friend or a family member named Ray. You got thugs in your family. No joke.
I got one. Don't be a menace during Mardi Gras while drinking your juice in the hood.
Thank you. That's exactly it.
There we go. Hey, words of advice: do not drink and drive. Drive and drink.
Yeah, drive and drink.
You a thug when you got family members that are nicknamed Smiley and Dreads.
Oh, see, I don't know too much about that. Yeah, no, I mean, Pookies, Rays, Deuces, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just all different types of little names. I mean, if you even got like Latino names, you know what I'm saying? You got Hey Zeus. You thugging. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Got it.
My
family right there.
Little Taco.
Smiley,
baby. Taco. Tiny Taco. Big Taco.
I'm mad at all that.
See, I don't know about all that. Okay, 100. You going left. Okay, let's get on to it. But okay, before we get, yes, we do. We got some topics. So let's before we get to the topics, what has been promised and revealed is that we're gonna be giving away that hotness. Well, everybody else's hotness except for me, and that is that God of War. If you are wanting that God of War, the winner of the Patreon will get God of War Monday, but we just got to pick a name. If you don't want God of War, you will get the ultimate version of State of Decay 2. So whichever who's going to win, except for that bum Will Bailey, who only paid $1. That's anybody else. So anyway,
stop trolling this dude. Hey man, nobody giving anything. So stop trolling this dude.
I know, because if he wins, I'm gonna be feeling real crunchy right now. So anyway, so let's go ahead and let me do this, man, to show that I'm doing this legit. I know this is a little ghetto because this ain't all smooth like what is that crap and mooch in the mornings, the MC in the mornings, but.
Man, they got a full-time DJ though. They got a full-time producer. So
I know. We need one of those.
This Ray and Pookie.
All right. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this?
Nobody see nothing.
You see this right here? Okay, here's the names of the people from the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for our biggest member, they got the most. You know what I'm saying? We got our boy
Jazzy Noob.
We got Jazzy Noop. We got
that's
bum
to the lottery.
Hey, yeah.
Let him talk so we can see the screen. Good Lord.
Look, y'all see the screen? It's legit. Yes. And right here, I know it's right. It's legit. It's legit, right? Okay, so this is what we gonna do. For people who gonna get that God of War or that State of Decay 2 Ultimate Edition, here we go. Here we go. Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Hey, that was priceless.
Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who's got it? Who's got it? Whoa!
Dakota vodka.
How you say it? See me hanging with my partner.
Dakota vodka. What's up, bro? Now, if you want
Dakota vodka. Oh, shit.
I will get you that God of War ready for you Monday night, Jack. I will give it. Just hit. You can hit me up in the DMs on Twitter, or you can hit me up on the Patreon, whichever one. I will hook you up. Let's see who would have won. Who else would have won?
Yeah, Dakota.
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Oh,
Jazzy.
Man.
See, that ain't fair.
That ain't even fair. That ain't fair.
shit
Damn, Jazzy. Hey, this is rigged.
Look at that.
This is rigged.
Two.
See?
Oh, this is rigged. Come on.
That's how you know it's rigged. It's rigged.
Oh no, that's in
Okay,
betweener. Okay, one more time and then we'll be done. But no, we done. Okay, yeah, that's
okay. Cool. It's
yeah.
legit.
But anyway, all right. Okay, we done. Let me cut this off. Let's cut this off.
Oh, Jazzy got it 3 in a row.
Yeah, but anyway, so just hit me up in the DMs on Twitter or like on the Patreon, and you will get the game of your choice out of the 2 that I brought up. And I can't wait to give it away. Even God of Stank. No, I'm just playing God of War.
Oh Lord.
I need to say God of rock throwing, because boy,
Please don't say that shit, because man, I'm been catching hell from that shit.
I know, man. I've been getting heat
Man,
for the last 3
joke in
days.
the world for on God of War.
So anyway, man, let's get to our first topics, man. Because let's get the little small stuff knocked out the way. And then we go get
people
to the
mad
big
they not giving out them food stamps. Apparently 6966 was one of that.
Hey man, you know what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, you should have joined the Patreon. I wasn't playing. I said that I was going to be giving away God of War. You had an opportunity. If you know what I'm saying, you would get the most. If you pay the most, you get the most. You get the most
chances.
Most chances. You know what I'm saying? As long as Will Bailey wasn't going to win shit, I was happy. Because I would have been like, hell no. Anyway, so let's get on to the topics, man. There's a lot of news going on, man, about a lot of hot games that's coming out. And so let's first start off, because there was something that I didn't even add into there, and that is Bioshock. They're working on a new Bioshock 2K games, and the people who is going to make it is the team that worked on Mafia 3. So this is going to be kind of like lightning, because I know we want to get into the big stuff here later. So anybody want to jump on that? Are y'all excited about this? Or are y'all upset because the original?
No, I'm excited because I had played all 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, and Infinite. And the story, I love the game. I love the settings of the game. I love the story of the game. If you guys haven't played Bioshock, it should be damn near free right now. So, but I saw this news earlier today, and my heart just skipped a beat just a little bit. I personally am very excited. I can't wait to see what world they come up with next.
Yeah, no doubt. Anybody else?
I'm excited as well.
Yeah,
I'm excited as well. I remember the team that did Mafia 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they knocked it out the park. They had issues at launch, but after less than a month or so, they already had patched all that up. And the story that they told, it was one of the better games released that year as far as storytelling. Shit was on point. And just to know that they're doing Bioshock, man, I'm excited.
Gonna be dope.
Here's the only issue with Mafia 3. I'm glad that they're doing something great, especially Bioshock, because Bioshock has a lot of potential in their universe of things to do. The only thing that was bad about Mafia 3 was the repetitive nature of the missions. Other than that, everything was great. Storytelling, combat.
But they're different types of games.
Yeah,
but they're also open world type of game, though. Knuckles.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna be an open world
games are repetitive. Even Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but Bioshock does have that open kind of sense within a level. But yeah, it's not on the same area of what was in Mafia 3, but I'm glad that
feel like you're doing the same thing over and over,
man. Yeah. Either way, I'm excited that they're doing a new Bioshock game. Bioshock has probably been one of my most impactful series or franchises since Assassin's Creed and Metal Gear. Like, if you haven't played the first one and haven't seen that ending, that literally blew my goddamn mind. That had me tripped out when I was younger, and I actually am getting that tattooed on my wrists, everything and all.
Okay.
What did you think about Infinite? Infinite was a trip.
Infinite was something else, dude. But the first one is what got me, man. That's what got me hooked.
Well, no, definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the second one, so I didn't even beat it. Right?
You don't like the second one?
No, I didn't dig it. I didn't like playing with the Big Daddy. I didn't like playing with the Big Daddy.
You played with the Big Daddy in the first one.
I know that, but that's only when you want to get all power. When get all powerful, you use it to go kill somebody. But I just say I just like playing as the human. You know what I'm saying? It's just to me, the first one and Infinite were absolutely stellar. And I don't know, since I didn't really give it too much of a chance, I probably put about maybe 6 hours max into that game in the second one. And so I'll go back because I do got the collection. So, and that was the one reason why I got it. So I can say
I'm appalled of you. I'm very appalled of you.
Hey, man, I keep it real. I just was like, I don't want to be the Big Daddy. I want to be somebody else.
Get my Stephen A. Smith.
This
is Pomacamus, and this is Harpitimus. You don't like the second Bioshock. This is not right. No, but know what? I'll put it this way. I just start playing like the second Bioshock. I don't mind playing as the Big Daddy. I love Bioshock. I mean, Infinite fracked my mind up. I was like, whoa. And I knew the ending. Crazy, I knew the ending before I even played the game. And it still
they told you.
No, I think about
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing, but it messed me up. Like when I experience it, it's like I'm like, wow. Like thing about it is they have something where you get immersed into the game. You get really immersed into it. You want, like Meggie said, you didn't like to be the Big Daddy, right? Mm-hmm. And stuff like that. But you got immersed in being everything else when you got the, you know what I'm saying, you got the flames and stuff like that. That's one game I actually will sit down and listen to what they're talking about.
Wait, KMEGA, is this confirmed?
Yeah, it was confirmed. I seen that 2K Games hinted to it, and then Schroeder, what is his name? Something Schroeder.
Jason Schreier.
Yeah, Schreider. Yeah. Schreier.
Schreier.
Yeah. Let me be country. He was the one that brought up the article, and then they were bringing up the point of that it was the developers of Mafia 3 admitted that they were working on the game. So yeah, it's out there in 4G. You can look for it. It's right there.
Actually, another game was confirmed earlier today on the BAFTA Awards, but I'll say that for later.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead. We'll get into that because it's a lot of game development going on. So, does anybody else want to say anything about Bioshock?
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
what? It's been
too soon. Too soon. What was the last time Infinite came out? That was last generation.
I feel like Mafia 3 was good, but it wasn't like groundbreaking for me. Like I didn't even get to play it. I watched my husband play through it. I was watching the story.
But it's not a sequel to Mafia.
Yeah, but no,
it's not. I said Mafia 3. I know about the game. Come on. I mean, it is what it is. I just feel like I don't know. I have to see more. I have to see some videos, some gameplay. I mean, this sounds good. It sounds great, and it's cool that it's coming. But I don't know. I'm a whole run of reservations because I wasn't too impressed with Mafia 3 and what they did.
Wait to E3.
That's I know, right? Wait to E3. Yeah.
Okay, but check this out.
We're on the sitting wait list right now.
This is the thing though, with Infinite. That's right? The original developer for the Bioshock franchise, he stepped away. He said he was done with it. I forget his actual name.
Ken Levine.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So,
Levine.
When the one, I'm pretty sure a lot of people played it. If they haven't, I'm not going to. I'll just say this: at the turning point where it started getting really decisive about race, he pulled back. He admitted that in an interview, right? He was like, I didn't want to go too deep. That was the best part to me. Right. But with the developers who made Mafia 3, they're not going to hold any punches, Jack. They're going to actually let it loose, and whatever that it's going to be, they're going to be as aggressive with it, and that's why I'm looking at it from a standpoint of it's pretty positive, because if you play Mafia 3, there was nothing hold back. It was racing. It made you feel like you were in the 60s. I mean, hell, I feel, you know, I was born in the
like home sweet home.
It was fun and center.
I was born in the late 70s, and I could feel that tension. Like, ooh,
it wasn't just racist. There's some other stuff going on that you got. That's G14 classified. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, that's home sweet home. Hey, Mafia 3 was in Louisiana. Perfect representation. I gotta give it to them. They did a real damn good job of representation of the look of the place, the feel of the place, and the way people act. I mean, they really did their research.
Yeah. That was another thing. So I think that these guys will do a good job. Now, I hate that the original developer is not going to be a part of it because he did such a fantastic job with this franchise. But again, if he's tired of it and if he wants to go do other things, which I think he has his own studio now, then it's just time to move on. So anyway, let's go on to another game that really shocked me. Capcom files new trademark.
Yes.
For Onimusha. And look.
Man, stop.
Look. hey, day one, whatever it is. If they statues, you got a $250 version. I'm on it. I'm on it because I've been waiting for this series to come back, and especially Capcom is really found a niche, especially with the Resident Evil series. They've changed it. They brought it back. I really think that now, since they've stepped up their game and they've did better with Street Fighter V now by giving out the arcade edition. I think that they're actually, Monster Hunter is amazing. So I think now is the time to get excited for them to bring back Onimusha. Anybody want to talk about this?
What is there to talk about? It's the best news of all time ever. Like, if people could get excited for Shenmue 3, why can't we be excited for Onimusha? Like, Onimusha's
Onimusha.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm
He's too excited right now.
I know. You're excited.
Because I saw when he posted up the topics on it, and I looked it up. That's amazing. This is something that hasn't been touched in nearly as long as Shenmue.
What, 6 years, 7 years, something like that?
Something like that. I feel like it's been long. I think it's been it's been 10.
2012, something like that.
No, I think it's actually been longer. But
wait a minute, I'm gonna do my research. You already know.
It was way longer than that. The last game that came out was a Super Mario Brothers-esque Onimusha game.
The last time that you seen any character like that was on the Wii. Was on the Wii. Was on the Wii.
Oh, it was on the Wii. Onimusha Soul.
Yeah, Onimusha Soul. But the last one before that,
the last one.
The real last one was Dawn of Dreams, and that was back in 2006. So it's been almost 10 years since we've had a full.
Hey, go ahead. Somebody pay the bill for me. Are y'all looking at the chat? Somebody pay the bills.
Yeah. But are y'all serious?
Z Black Rider, first time I'm more drunk than 100. Did I win a prize?
But are y'all serious? Y'all hype for Onimusha?
Hey, man.
What? Bro, I'm hyped for Onimusha. Onimusha looks dope, man. What was the first thing people said when they saw Neo? It was saying Onimusha. A lot of people. I see people talking about Onimusha.
That's what made me get a PlayStation, was because of Neo.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves Onimusha, yo. That's something from everybody's childhoods. Right? Not from my childhood, but I'm just saying it's something from back in the day.
I just ain't hyped for it. I just say I'm not hyped.
Why are you not hyped for it? Why are you not hyped for it?
I ain't hyped for it.
Well, give an explanation. Have you ever played any of them?
I can't. No, I ain't played none of them. You got to show some type of stuff. Matter of fact, buy it for me then.
Huh? What?
You better
do some commission.
You got the money.
Yo, 100. I could go one further, man. In Onimusha 3, that opening intro cinematic which was martial arts based, was choreographed by Donnie Yen.
Ooh. Yeah. I put this way.
All right. Just a little more insight as to Onimusha.
I will play it. I'm tired of buying these games and I get disappointed on them. I'm tired of buying these games and I'm getting disappointed. If somebody buys it,
always red box, boo. I mean,
I ain't red boxes. I'm a thug.
Infamous.
You have done what you want to buy.
You are a thug.
I told you he got an aggressive way of moving.
They call me the thug nerd. You know what I'm saying? That thug in love. You know what I'm saying?
All right, there you go. There you go. All right.
Let's
Infamous. Are you on a issue?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't even know what it was when it came out. So, can y'all explain to me the game? No, okay. I would like to learn about it. What is the game?
TV show.
It was Resident Evil, the original ones. It was Resident Evil Samurai.
Can you answer my question for me, please?
It's an action.
Well, you gotta go to the lady. Kaleidoscope with a phone down.
No, because Delilah will go straight to the point. Y'all beating around the bush.
I was straight to the point. Forget it. It's all good.
It's an action adventure game. It's really good. I don't know. I just best way I can explain it. Just think Ninja Gaiden, but with like a different type of lore.
It's like Ninja Gaiden minus the jump button.
Well, think of Ninja Gaiden
minus control of the camera.
Well, think of Ninja Gaiden mixed with Resident Evil, with the old Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good example.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's coming to Xbox.
Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be multi-plat. Now, look, the way PlayStation do things, I mean, you never know. But I think with the success of Monster Hunter and how well it sold on the Xbox, and we'll talk about Hellblade here in a little bit later. But I think that, you know what I'm saying, Capcom realizes where their bread is buttered, and that's with everyone, not just being with just one. One platform.
Dollar makes sense though, you know.
Well, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
It's all about the money, but I think that they're starting to see that their support across for the last few games that they put out, that their support across all the platforms and holding it back is just hurting them because, you know, despite Resident Evil not selling big, it still did great across the board wherever it was on. And now we saw that with Monster Hunter. It would be dumb to not hold back a game that has such a legacy as Onimusha.
Yeah, but Resident Evil did good, didn't it?
Resident Evil sold like hotcakes. They reinvented Resident Evil, and you know what? I still haven't got it yet.
Man, that game is amazing.
Because I'm a little.
Just to be honest, Resident Evil sold like 4.5.
I'm a little nervous.
Monster Hunter's closing in on 8 million.
I'm a little nervous.
I can't even play that game.
Yeah, and think about
you can't play it. It's too scary for you.
It's too scary for me.
It makes me a little nervous, man.
The worst thing about it. The thing that they did right,
man. I'm telling you, dude,
and this is why I'm excited for Hellblade, because what they did right with Resident Evil 7 is the sound design. Sound design, especially with headphones, creeps you the fuck out when you hear every little sound.
Yeah, even Hellblade's like a little
exactly, and that's why I'm excited for that, just because of the fact that great sound design like that is amazing.
Yeah. They actually won the award for sound design in that
Hellblade. Yeah. Hellblade is.
We ain't talking about Hellblade. We're not talking about Hellblade.
No, right now.
Not yet.
I'm gonna get purpose service announcement on Hellblade.
No, we're not.
I said I ain't gonna do it right now. I said not right now.
Okay, then. So what?
Damn,
pay attention.
Next topic.
All right, next topic.
Just subjective. Next.
I know. This dude, man, trash. Anyway, okay, so Sony has been hot, right? So it looks like Sony has got something in the works. Sony is hiring for new dev team for project collaboration with another major studio. Let me go ahead and read a little bit more about this. It says that Sony is reportedly hiring for a major project in San Diego. This project is going to be managed by a new development team that will be operated under the Visual Arts Service Group, VASG, which is an award-winning studio that has worked on games like Death Stranding, God of War, and Uncharted 4. The job opening mentions having passion for creating high-quality 3D third-person action-adventure games. And the other people that's going to be working on this game is Naughty Dog. So hot damn. I don't have no idea what this game is going to be, but this sounds like something that's going to be on all cylinders. So what do you guys think about this?
It's great. It's great news. What if they're working on more projects, that's great news for gaming all around. That means more developers doing bigger projects. They're getting out to experiment more. If it's a big collaboration, it's a great thing. Why? There's no other thing about it. If they're making all these moves and they're putting in money to all these studios and they're doing these projects, that's great for them. I'm happy for everyone who's getting to play these. If it's a really interesting project, I'll be all for it. I want to see more of what they're doing, but at the end of the day, it's a great thing for gaming all around.
Well, it's just getting started though. So I mean, it's just talking about right now that it's.
I'm happy to hear that because of the fact that they already announced like everything that they got coming out this year. Right. We don't really know what's on the horizon
for the next couple of years, actually. Right. Yeah,
we don't know what's coming in 2019 or 2020. So I mean, I think it's perfect timing for that. Like if they're getting the studio together now, that means the games that they're going to be probably bringing out be 2020 and 2021. So I think it's good. It's always great when you hear that the new studio is jumping up. I'd be curious to know like what IP they decide to jump on. That's it. That's my take.
Can I play devil's advocate?
You can say whatever you want to. Just don't be saying something about Hellblade.
I ain't saying nothing about Hellblade. He said nothing about. But why are we excited because they hiring some other people? Why this is news? This ain't no news.
You should want the industry to be healthy.
I mean, but
I know put this way: people in the industry is news for them. It shouldn't be news for the gamer. The gamer don't care.
Oh yes, the gamer should definitely care.
I mean, this is a gaming podcast.
Yeah, but the average gamer do not care.
I'm not the average gamer then.
Yeah, you're the hardcore gamer, just like I am.
But you to say that and to imply that shouldn't nobody care. Well, look, I care, so I'm gonna voice my opinion on it. Let people have their opinion.
But the average gamer do not care who hire who. They just want the damn game. Let's keep it a buck.
I mean, that might
kind of feel to a certain degree. 100.
I disagree.
I want this. What is lovely about the disagreement? I want the disagreement. This is my. That's why I said I play devil's advocate. I'm playing that as a regular person.
For you,
I don't. No, I'm playing that. No, I'm playing as a regular. Don't take it personal. This shit ain't personal.
Okay, but give us. but make a point.
This way. I'm gonna make the point.
Make the point.
Okay, the average consumer don't care about nobody getting the job description at all. They just want the game. But we're hardcore. We're hardcore in this community. Everybody is not hardcore like that. They don't know. Like I put this way, Kaleidoscope. How many times I told you sometime is when you told me you were talking about this person make this game. I said you're talking Spanish to me. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care.
Exactly.
But I said, I want to know it's going to be a good game.
But this is a podcast. I mean, look,
in a podcast, you know about this type of stuff. This is what you came to hear about,
right?
Because
I mean, look,
I do feel 100 from a certain degree, though. Just give me a second. I do feel 100.
Go ahead, Kalida.
Because think about it. Anytime Sony hires anybody, that makes front news, front page.
Right.
When the people from Irrational Games, the ones that make Bioshock Infinite, got put out of work, they ain't talk about that tweet that Phil sent to the team in order to hire a lot of their staff over at the coalition. I thought that should have been making headlines.
Yes.
All right, because the whole coalition got beefed up by this super awesome team, all right, that worked on the Bioshock series, but that wasn't even a freaking speck on the radar. It wasn't even a blip. All right, but now since it's something Sony, front page. Now, I personally think that everybody should get excited at the same time, but at the same time, it's like, why only do it when Sony does something and never when Microsoft does it? It seems like hypocrisy to me.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, that's the beauty of this podcast, because not everybody's going to agree on one point. A lot of people think that we're all one unison of being just pro Xbox everything or whatever. But the fact of it is that we all have our different tastes, and that's what we do. So
I'm like the mindset of that. You know, I like healthy competition. So if they doing that over there, don't you know, like the people are watching that, other competitors are looking at that. So good for them. Yep. I think it's going to push.
Delilah, me and you watch that. The average consumer, the average consumer doesn't do it.
Okay, we get it.
We
get what you're saying, but I'm telling you what I care, and I understand what it means for the industry. I'm not the average consumer, so I'm not gonna care about what the average consumer. I'm not average. You could be average, that's good for you, but I'm not. So
yeah, but you got to put your money to the average consumers. You got to think about it as us. You got to actually think as an average consumer also too. Sometimes, how would they feel?
You tripping, Bone, man?
No, okay. I'm playing devil's advocate.
First of all, 100, we got way more than just you to talk. So let's get to the other people's opinion on this whole topic. You keep talking about average consumer.
No, but wait. Can I just say this one thing? Hang on, can I say this one thing? I'm gonna say this one thing and I'm be quiet. Go ahead. I'm not going after anybody. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Good. You said it like 6 times. We get it. Go to the
next. Why you getting mad at me? You know what?
You don't want to get cut because the Infamous got that razor.
Yeah.
Shut that ass up.
Okay.
Okay, Infamous, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Okay, it's like this.
Oh, is that
I think it's good when people are getting jobs.
Nah, that was just me.
Y'all let her talk. Y'all talking all over her.
May I speak, please?
Oh,
please.
Just cut him. Just cut him.
Anyway, jobs. People are getting work. People are getting this work on video games. Yes, we do not know what it is, but it's a possibility that could be something great. Yes, and like Delilah said, ain't nothing wrong with good competition. That makes people step their game up. Like I said, I can't wait what they're cooking up in the kitchen. You guys got to give props to people that's actually working on doing something that they love. Because it ain't like people out here getting these jobs in the gaming industry because it's a paycheck. It's because they love it. It's to a certain degree. Yeah. Now, if you want to be a quote unquote casual like somebody I know, let them be. Let them not care. But we are not the average. Everybody on this panel is not the average consumer. We study our video game knowledge. We look at the news. We look at stock options. We look at everything. So when it comes to like me and my peoples, we supposed to be hip on this. As far as the game, I'm not even gonna guess because last time a news like this happened and I tried to guess what game it was coming out, y'all got me for it. But I'm just glad that there's people cooking in the kitchen.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Anybody else want to indulge in this?
Hey, yeah, one quick thing. All right, look, just for the statement of like the casuals don't care about it, but if you think about it, that's why we care about it, so the casuals don't have to. So we could better get the knowledge, and then if they need it, bam, there it is.
That's right. That's the casuals.
Right. Yeah, that's the level we on now. But the game I want to see though is them work on an Uncharted. I mean, Nathan Drake to me over with. Go ahead, get some new blood
with the girls, man.
With the girls, and just bring a new thing and make the scale bigger. So it could be the new big hot thing. And then with a woman lead character and they boasting at the front of their line, that's gonna be a hot thing right there, especially in 2022. I guess, and that they should be out with something or be really announcing something. Definitely.
Yeah, Tomb Raider might have some competition.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think this Tomb Raider is going to be so solid.
Oh no! Yes, yes.
2 weeks.
Gonna cut it all off.
Yeah. 2 weeks and we get that breakdown. Let's go.
Yeah. So okay, all right. Knuckles, you want to say anything about this, or we just want to move on to the next topic?
I mean, it's already been said. It's a great thing for those in the industry that we're seeing that, and like Delilah said, it's healthy competition. Seeing them bolstering on big projects like this helps everyone else say, "Hey, they're working on something big. Let's start our own project. Let's do something big." And everyone in the industry is either passionate about it or something, because the fact that at the end of the day they know what they're doing.
Well, also what's really crazy as well, and I'll ask Livewire if you want to interject on this, but coming to find out already the dev for God of War is already trying to promote himself to work on his own solo project. So he ain't playing. Yeah, he ain't playing. So he knows while the iron is hot, Jack, let me get my work in. And so if it's according to how these PlayStation fans is going to go out here and support this game, I do feel that the game is going to get sold. It's going to sell very well.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think the game is going to sell fantastic. But again, like I said, like I said, Spider-Man is going to kill everything for the PlayStation side. Because when it all boils down to everything, Red Dead runs all. Red Dead is king this year. But I think Spider-Man is going to outsell everything for on the PlayStation side. But I do feel that this game is going to God of War is going to sell absolutely fantastic. And this guy, he's got the potential to do it, and Sony is over here like, look, go ahead and do your work. So look, man, I can't hate on the game, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying, if you're a player in the game, you can't hate on the work that Sony is doing right now. So absolutely. So let's get on to what I want to get to. And Mr. Kima was over here, he brought it up, and I was saving the best for last, ladies and gentlemen. And that is 343 Industries. Hashtag save lock. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's hiring artists for future 4K 60 frames per second Halo games. Not just one Halo, but Halo games. There's also a rumor out that the mighty Halo might try to pull that MMO that Don Matrick took away from him. And also another rumor that I heard is that they might try to do a Destiny-style Halo game. I cannot confirm this because this is only just by hearsay. But either one. Well, the one thing I do definitely know is that they're trying to do a battle mode Halo. So I don't know if that's going to be on the
Battle Royale type.
A Battle Royale Halo. That's confirmed. That's going to happen. And I don't know if that's going to be on Halo 6 or whatever, but there are going to be more Halos coming. And if you guys listen to me on any other podcast, you have heard me say the best thing for 343 to do, instead of all this other talk about them making other games, is to make other Halo games that doesn't feel like the original Halo. If you make a Destiny type of Halo game,
universe,
you expand that universe, and that's the reason why
it's crazy. They tried that, and people was like, "Why isn't it called Halo 4? What was it, Halo 5? Why isn't it called Halo 5?" I remember this right when they announced Halo.
The marketing was bad about that.
They were like, "Why isn't it called Halo 5?
Halo Wars too."
So Osiris, they kept taking Team Osiris's game essentially and slapping Master Chief in there, and so this is what you got, a jumbled up story for Halo 5. Like,
well, no, I get
that's
that.
How I feel. That's what I feel.
Look at Halo Wars too.
Okay, Halo
Wars though.
Halo Wars. Now look, I don't know if Halo Wars sold. Halo Wars 2.
I mean, he ain't about to sell.
I don't know. I don't give a damn about the sales.
About the universe.
You brought it up,
but that game is fire, and that connection with Halo Wars, with the rest of the Halo games, I'm telling you, if anybody would give, if anybody that had, and I commend, I'm talking to my PlayStation brothers and sisters out there, if you would just give Halo Wars a chance just to get through the story, I guarantee you'll come out of it saying, man, I think that the RTS is trash. But I will say that Atriox is one of the baddest villains that I've seen in video games in a long time. He is dope. And what they add to the universe with him, and what's going on with Red Team, and what's going on with what's going on with Halo 5, with my boy Locke and Team Osiris, and what's going on with Blue Team and Master Chief, with also what's going on with the Arbiter, and what's going on with him and the Founders. Halo has a universe that can be on the same level as Star Wars if it's done.
Don't forget the TV show.
Well, I know that. I know. Yeah, Spielberg. That's been confirmed that Spielberg is working on the Halo series.
Starts production and
that's expanding the universe. Yeah. Expanding the universe.
Yeah. You expanding on the universe. So again, look, as there's big news that's been going on from Sony, and Sony deserves its props, especially as hot as God of War has been on everywhere. And Naughty Dog is kind of almost untouchable in the sense of like 2K games. You got to give 343 their props for still coming for Microsoft out here to be bringing out the king of shooters. I know that a lot of people may think differently about Halo and say it's old and shit like that, but if you go by and look at it, this is $1 billion franchise, and this game for Microsoft is one of the only games that can go and hang with the big boys with the third parties, and you cannot deny that. Halo is still relevant, and it will always be. So, anybody want to talk about this?
Yo, if they make a side game featuring Team Osiris, yo, Microsoft, take my money now. All right, because I want to see Team Osiris. I want to see Locke, Buck, Tanaka. I want to see all of them get down and get fleshed out. Their characters get fleshed out with their whole backstory, the stuff. Even bring some stuff from Oni in on it. All right, from Halo lore. I mean, that's just some stuff that'll blow my mind. A spinoff for ODST, man, I'm there day one as well. All right, and that Halo Destiny type thing. I know it's rumor, but that could be something sick, man.
Hey, somebody gonna pay the bills. Somebody pay the bills.
Delilah, this was for you, Delilah. This is for you.
Yeah, this is for you, Delilah.
RT8 King Chosen says, love the show. KMEGA Delilah UHD has put the pistol on the table tonight.
I can't talk no more. I can't talk.
MMO would be fire.
Yes,
but here's the thing though. Right? How would it work though? Even if it was Destiny, like the loot shooting aspect, like I get the armored pieces that we had from the past Halo games.
They would do a lot better than what Bungie's doing with
Oof.
With
I agree. I agree with Knuckles on this. How would that work? Like I'll look at it. It's like, isn't that for
those are rumors? Like, I can't confirm those because
even if it's a rumor,
the MMO thing is getting a lot of steam around.
I guess one way is
okay. You play Destiny? Hold on.
Yeah, of course I have.
All right, check this out. If you think about it, Destiny almost the way it is could almost fit in the Halo universe. But if you just do a little tweaking and changing as is, so just imagine when Microsoft saying what Data did wrong, and they could bring out with all the Halo characters and do it right with your own character.
I see what you're saying. What I would like to see though, if it's gonna be an MMO, would be if it's 4-player co-op, do sets of 4, like how on Sea of Thieves you got your crew, so everybody get their crew of 4, and they're just fighting a bunch of NPCs.
It would work because you got to think that every squad is always made up of 4.
That would be sick if it was done.
But y'all want to know why it will work? Because it's Halo. It's gonna work.
Oh my God! Somebody mute this man, Mike.
No, hang on.
Go ahead, 100. Just say what you got to say.
He got a point,
right about
Halo Reach.
Hang on. Think about Halo Reach. What this way is. How many? You know what? I get people get at me when I break down Halo because I'm a Halo enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? But say if they put the comics and they make it something like instead of a Telltale game, they make it like a episodic shop. Pay $5, you play this. You know what I'm saying? And you can play co-op.
Halo episodic though. But
it's stories in Halo. It's stories in Halo that normal consumers do not know nothing about.
When Kaleidoscope tells you go left, you have gone left.
I mean, but no, 100 got a point.
I know what he said though, as far as the Telltale though. That could be another type of game.
No, I ain't no. I'm not talking about Telltale.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there.
No. I know what he's talking about.
They already did this.
Hold on. Okay, Kaleidoscope, go ahead and try to explain what I'm saying. No, Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, Halo 4. They did it in Halo 4, and that was actually pretty trippy. I can't front. I really enjoyed what they did with
Chrism,
the Halo 4.
Right? With Chrism? When we did after Halo 4, we did with Chrism, right?
Exactly. We did after Halo 4. It was episodic adventures where a team of Spartans would go into, and we actually got introduced to a whole new set of characters, right? Which I thought was pretty dope as for a starting off point, a jumping off point. But taking that further, that could be something serious. 100 is onto something.
But it would have to be something separate away from it, or included with the main entry point. Like that's why it was included as another mode alongside the main.
Yeah, but we got 3 points of engagement now. We got the banish, and then we got the created, and then you got the humans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't know about what's going on. Don't know what's going on because people talking about they want the flood back.
Everyone wants the flood back.
The flood is coming back. The flood is back.
I don't want the flood back.
The flood is back.
The flood ain't back.
Yeah, the flood is back.
Dude, that could be a dope ass Halo game though.
That's a prequel though, man.
No.
That's a prequel.
Halo Wars 2 and in the Awakening in the DLC, the damn flood comes back.
But that's one part of it.
The flood comes back and it comes and it transfers over, man. The flood is bad.
I don't want to see him. I'm tired of seeing him.
Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like a Halo type horror game with the flood, with a whole different team of Spartans.
Look, there's people in the chat that's saying, you know, a Halo MMO would be fire. Even the most diehard, even our boy, you know what I'm saying, even our PlayStation people that listen to us, man, you know what I'm saying, Nazif K, he knows a Halo MMO, he would buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the things. Look, 100. I get what you're saying about episodic show, but if you got a Spielberg episodic live action TV show coming on Netflix or wherever it's going to be, Showtime, wherever it's going to be,
Showtime,
Showtime, wherever it's going to be, that's going to kill your episodic show.
Why would it kill?
I mean, but you can have them go hand in hand. You can have them go hand in hand.
Well, Mega, you're wrong. Mega, you're straight up wrong. Mega, you're wrong.
I can't co-sign that right now. I can't co-sign
it. We get it. He wrong. Like, come on now. Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah, we do got a lot.
All right, so we still talking about 343. Is that because I didn't give?
That's right.
Go get it.
Yeah, we still talking about 343.
All right, now let me get the exact rundown of what it was, so I don't like miss anything.
Okay. 343 Industries is hiring artists for future 4K 60 frames per second Halo games, and and the rumors for these Halo games are the rumors are the strong rumor is for the Halo MMO that was canceled by Don Matrick. That's the strongest. There's also talk about a Destiny style Halo game. And then there's, the TV series that's going to be coming out, which was already confirmed that Steven Spielberg was going to do for the Halo series. So again, I don't know what else that they're trying to do, but it's what I was saying beforehand is that what you do with 343 Industries, since it's all Halo, is expand the universe to get other people involved into the universe.
All right. Well, this is how I look at it. If they're gonna basically break up Halo into multiple parts, basically is saying that you still get your traditional Halo, your Master Chief, first person Halo. Maybe they have some Destiny elements in it, and I don't mean like you're gonna be running around with like hair and pink, whatever the hell. I'm saying like, kind of similar to what they have in Warzone, like all those little attachments to your guns. Instead of just having it only in Warzone, they would like implement that within the actual game itself, like the first person campaign. For something that's not the Halo, as far as like mainstream Master Chief, if they did a Locke spinoff, that should be third person. So it'll be Locke and Tim Osiris, and that should be like a RPG, more like an RPG type Halo. And you kind of go and think of it like Locke. It would be like Halo's version.
Give me the Destiny version of Locke and Team Osiris.
No, it'd be Locke would be like Mass Effect. So Master Chief is like streamlined story Halo, maybe slightly different adjustments. Then you will go with the Locke version, which would be more of a Mass Effect type. They do some stuff that kind of coincides with what Halo's doing, but then they also go off on their own Team Osiris type of missions.
Man, you over here, you gonna make me grab my woman tonight.
And then you can kind of also do something Game Pass kind of exclusive. What 100 is talking about. So Game Pass
I'm gonna say get it to Tonka.
Game Pass will get like an episodic team thing, whatever that they got with Halo 4, but they'll get that for like people that I don't want to pay for, even though all the games will be in Game Pass, it's just like something like an extra nugget that you get. You can't buy it, you have to have Game Pass to get it. People bitch about it, but it's like it's really not that much for you to really complain about this one little thing. So that's why they can get that off with something like that versus making Halo only exclusive to the Game Pass. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And if they wanted to do like a Telltale thing, but I wouldn't do it with Spartans. I would do it kind of like
ODSTs.
I don't even know if I would do ODST because we know that story. I would go with
can't do it. It's regular grunts.
No, man. I would do it with the Banished. I will follow them.
You
figure out who they are.
The Banished is so intriguing, man. Live,
like kind of go with the whole story behind who the Banished are.
And I know that there's people out there that maybe say Halo is dead, and it's just man. If you have not played Halo Wars, and I know that there's a lot of people that hasn't because I know it didn't sell very well, but I'm telling you, this is on everything. As a gamer talking to other gamers. There is nothing, man. I'm telling you, the Banished and Atriox is beasts. They are something that, like, they can walk into any platform, and kick that ass. That's how bad that these dudes are. Like, I am not like when I seen this damn big ass brute.
You're gonna make me download that game tonight, bro.
Man, you better play it. Look, the only person that came to me with something negative was Reaper, because I've been promoting Halo Wars 2, like, man, y'all back when it first came out, like, man, I'm telling you, you need to play it. And Reaper was like, I didn't like that game. I said, you didn't like? He says, no, man, I just didn't feel it. I said, you telling me you didn't like Atriox? Oh, okay, I take that back. Atriox was dope. He didn't like the RTS.
Yeah, because Reaper likes to speed through the game, and you can't in certain parts of that game. Yeah, you can't just speed through because you'll just die. You'll just die all the time. You have to like take your time,
challenging game.
Be patient, and learn how to grind out certain areas.
That comes with RTSs though, man.
Because not everybody likes RTSs.
Well, and also I still feel that they should bring Halo Wars 3. Even, you know what I'm saying? Look, the one thing about, and we'll get into the future of Xbox, because I think that's one thing that the one point that I will bring up about my part about what the future of Xbox should look like is one of those things of, like, you just got to stay committed to what you're doing. And
the last thing I wanted to say, as far as like, I didn't get reach on the Halo Wars, because they should have a Halo Wars 3. In Halo Wars 3, they should give you 3 parts that you get to choose from. So you go from the Marine aspect, the Banished aspect, and the Covenant aspect, and you should like kind of go that way. It's like, play the game from this aspect. All right, that's what happens if if they win, and then you switch it up. So it gives you multiple reasons to go back and play through the game. So
okay, cool. All right, so Knuckles, you wanted to bring up a subject that was important to all of us gamers, so go ahead and throw that out right fast.
Yeah, so this was an article that I was looking up that had a lot of implications for the future, especially for ours, is that the FTC actually ruled in favor that companies that use language that uses warranty seals on their equipment, that if they are broken at any point, that it voids your warranty for that device. They actually ruled in the favor of that being illegal. So the companies that were listed under having used that language in the past was Sony, Nintendo, and we know that Microsoft has kind of stepped down, but they have done that as well with the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. What this means is that now at any time that they're working on rewriting new laws for it, but what it means is that if you were to work on your device, you open it up, there's an issue with your CPU, fan, internal hard drive, anything like that. If you open it up, break those seals and work on it, something doesn't work and your complete system goes out on you, they are not legally able to prevent you from using your warranty to have it prepared. And you have to think about how much implication that had on a lot of people who were doing like what we're doing, jailbroken and modded Xboxes, PlayStations, Wii's, even with the Wii U's, and we've seen people jailbreaking Switches. This is a big thing that it means that it's ruling in the favor of when you buy a piece of hardware, You are the owner. They cannot tell you what to do with that hardware. And if at any point it messes up, they still have an obligation to work on that despite what changes you make to the device.
Oh shit! Does anybody? Hold on. Let me get to Infamous.
Wow.
Infamous. What do you think about that?
I think that if you buy a piece of hardware, now I understand if you buy a piece of hardware, it's yours. But if you have a warranty, if you spend like an extra few bucks on the warranty, don't want to mess it up? Am I right?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So if I don't want to, it's like the tag on the bag. We tell you don't take off the tag because that'll take out your warranty. I'm like, look, when it comes to my hardware, I takes cares of my hardware, so I don't have any issues in the future. But just to say it's like, just to say it like that, I just think it's suspect. But that's just me. If I want to dunk my stuff in water, I should be able to do that without feeling ridiculed or judged or what.
You better return and get it fixed.
Legit destroy your warranty, but
that should be my right.
Right.
It should be my right.
It should be waterproof.
Exactly the point.
It should be waterproof.
Yeah, well, but we're starting to see that, but that's not the case. It's the fact of now, say you have an Xbox or anything, or any console or anything, it's already pre-made. If you open it up, especially if you want to change out your internal hard drive, they come with a built-in 500 gig or 1 terabyte, but you want a 2 terabyte SSD. You rip that thing out, put a new one, make sure everything's all pristine and working, but something happens within the hardware. Now they are legally supposed to still repair and look at what's causing the issue and still repair it.
I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm in the IT business, all right? I don't work on Macs because I don't have certified. I'm not certified for Macs at all. I'm not certified to touch a Mac, none of that. Mac got seals. They have litmus paper in a lot of their things. They know when their iPhone, iMac, iBook, or whatever is being opened up without their permission. This law has already been in. This is not new to me at all.
No. I know it's not new, but
it's not new. But my thing is I tell people like this, I'll tell people like you need to go to a person that's Mac certification. Now, Mac certification costs a lot. I don't want to spend that.
And part of that is because it's proprietary. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to spend
I know. But the thing is,
I don't want to pay it.
But this is the reason that because of them saying that is that the FTC is ruling in favor of the consumer, is that we should be able to work on our own devices and not be told we can only take it to these certain people and we aren't allowed to do anything.
Okay, all right, perfect example. I got a perfect example.
Hey, but with the phones, it don't matter because you're supposed to rent phones, though.
I'll put it this way. My son opened up his Xbox. I told his ass, don't open up your Xbox. Your Xbox is under warranty. Let Xbox fix it. He went on YouTube and tried to do some other stuff, and then he messed something up. They sent it back to me and said, hey, you know what? It been tampered with. I can't get mad at that. Everybody's not a technical genius. What's wrong with if you pay when you buy that product out the store, at least you get a year to 2 years. And then if you buy extended warranty, to let the manufacturer buy it. To fix it. Let the manufacturer fix it. You can't complain. Most of the time they give you a brand new box.
I mean, but you talking about if you get something get modified though, like you might like how you were saying you got a 1 terabyte to put a 2 terabyte in there. But then you don't
think about it, you got but think about it, you got already extended storage.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but you ain't getting the whole concept. You ain't getting the whole concept like with Apple. Let me give you an example with Apple. What they do if you open the new iPhones up and try to get somebody to change them out, what they'll do is they'll have it where if it's not an Apple product that they change it out with, if it's secondhand, they'll dim your light and they'll have stuff running slower just because it's not an Apple product. It's embedded in Apple if you open this up without giving it to them. And that's just Apple. So Microsoft is doing the same thing. Sony's doing the same thing. They just passed the law saying if their warranty is broken, they still obligated to fix it. But they're gonna try to find a way where they don't have to, because you know people just do stupid stuff. Look on YouTube. People take their Xbox and just throw it on the ground, bam, you know, crack it up for labs, and they could take it and go get a whole brand new one. Or you know, because they got a lot of people.
They're gonna find workarounds on
they gotta, yeah, that's why I said they gotta find a workaround. But they just trying to make it like if a person, you know what I'm saying, genuinely taking care of his stuff, and he want to add some extra to his own thing that he creating, you know. But if something else go, let's say the CD drive stopped working, but you was messing with the plugs in the back or something, so they still could they still have to obligate it to work on it, even if you open it up or not.
Exactly, because you only mess with the plugs.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is that this gives a lot more. It puts a lot more regulations and things that they have to comply to, because before what they were doing has been illegal for a long time. Now they're actually
but Bloody, you got to understand, state to state too. Everything don't work state to state.
Again, but you got to think the FTC is federal. This is
I heard this too,
countrywide.
yeah, this is everywhere.
No, hang on. Trust me, I don't get taxed for anything on the interweb.
I know you don't get taxed, but I'm saying that what they're talking about is going countrywide. This is by the
FTC.
Federal Trade Commission. This is the people that all companies in America answer to. They have to work within certain regulations on the FTC, or if something's brought to them, they have to regulate about it. I'm telling you this as someone, especially you, knowing who works in IT and working in hardware. You should know what you're able to do, what you're not able to do, and what more this can do for you.
Right, this is to make your stuff, make your thing.
Yeah, like for example, you changed out the fan, but what's messed up is the hard drive. All right, well, they should be obligated to fix that for you because you didn't tamper with the hard drive. They know you didn't tamper with the hard drive just by opening up the box.
Right.
See,
that's what that means.
I was over here eating this Arby's
sandwich. You said eating.
Yeah, hang on. This. No, shut up, Bone. I get it. That's Xbox tonight. I'm gonna cuss his ass out tonight. And watch.
I deserve it, but I was just gonna make this point. This is what it was. Okay, what I think is not for the people that goes out there that messes up their boxes on purpose. It's for the people that, like, let's just say, like when people were having problems with their PlayStation, right? It was overheating. Well, PlayStation would charge you, even though you had a warranty, like that $100 by telling you, well, you know what? It's not our fault. Do you see what I'm saying? And even if though you had a warranty, you still null and void because they felt like you tampered with that box in order for it to be that way. So what that does, from what Knuckles is talking about, since it's a federal law, Sony has to fit the bill because that console wasn't tampered with. One, they have no proof with that. They have no proof. And secondly, that means that they have to give you a new product, or you're obligated to sue if you have the funds. And that goes for Xbox and also for Nintendo. But yeah,
that's what. But Mega law
federal law is a federal law.
No, that's the thing about it. They're not thinking about it. That their home state is their home operation.
Okay, let me break this down. Let me break this down to you in layman terms. Let me break this down to you in layman terms, since you keep on trying to insinuate this, right? Okay,
it doesn't work.
All right, okay, just like the marijuana laws in certain states, right? In the U.S., right?
Yeah.
The feds can look. No,
right. That's the U.S. We talk about countries.
No,
that doesn't work.
Talking about countries.
No, they're talking about the U.S. They're not talking about the rest of the world.
No, Bone, you're not listening.
All right, hang on.
I said that.
No, you tripping.
No, coming down.
I said the FTC is an American Trade Commission. There are other FTCs across the globe and other areas, but this one has been in the States.
Yeah, but I put this way is they get away. I put this way. I told you. I'm going to play this way.
Stop putting it this way.
They can get away with a lot of stuff because they're not here. They're not really here. Sony's not really here. Nintendo's not really here. They have establishments here.
Subsidiaries.
Yeah,
yes,
they have
still,
establishments.
They have gone at, but
they're not here.
They've done that even to car manufacturers. Hyundai is not an American company.
You still got to get licensed.
And Mitsubishi are not American, but they still
you guys
do it.
They still have to follow federal laws.
Yeah, but you got to understand this too. They go under different laws because of video game laws.
Yeah. They don't.
They go under different laws.
So let's another topic.
Yeah, we going. Like I said, law is different. The law is different.
Man, do your research.
I love to smack you up right now, bro.
On the dresser.
No,
anyway, let's go to the next topic because
remember, she got the pistol on the table, boy. She got the pistol on the table.
Because 100, you're completely wrong about that. The facts.
Oh, y'all think that? But matter of fact, there's Mega. I'll have a special video from my mom's attorney. And break it down to your ass tomorrow.
Gosh.
Oh,
I'll break it down to you.
I'm dying.
Trust me.
Yo, I can't wait till you post it.
I can't wait to
break it down because what goes on in certain what goes on is just because they have incinerators in a different state. Think about it this way. Well, if we go, I'll put it this way: if I go to war. If I go to war,
somebody, like,
matter of fact, not even go to war. If I go play basketball,
why you letting him go left? Why you letting him go left?
Because it's good for
rating. You're losing like 3 people every second. Like, what's
okay. Anyway,
I'm done.
All right, thank you. Are you done? Are you done?
It's your show.
Are you done? Are you done?
Your show too, sucker. Stop that!
Oh, yeah. Look at that!
What
All right. So okay, hold on. I just want to get one more confirmation. Okay, 108 Dragons. Did you hear what 100 was talking about federal law compared to state law over what Knuckles was bringing up?
Nah, I didn't. I was on the train by that.
Well, never mind. We'll just move on. We'll move on. We'll save you for another day, 100. We'll save you for another day.
Yeah, y'all kill me tomorrow.
You just died tonight. You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound like
you want to be crucified, man.
Bone, you my boy, but I had to cut you today, man. He was going out there.
I felt like
your Halo rebuttal.
The lot, I still love you. I still love Knuckles. I still love Mega. I ain't got no.
Man, he already
making no videos about
y'all. Cut a couple of y'all about that Halo subject. I don't see how y'all can ridicule a $1 billion franchise. Y'all should be ridiculing Killzone or some shit.
Nobody didn't ridicule nothing.
Nobody ridiculed Halo.
Man, somebody expanded the Halo universe. Man,
what are you talking about?
All right, enough of this. Mega, take it to the next topic. Let's go.
Next topic. Good Lord.
Let's go. Yeah. I need to get
topic number 2.
Yeah. Okay. No, let's just go to the big topic because this is what because it's almost 10 o'clock, right? And I'm gonna go right to Infamous because Infamous has been the most quiet. So okay, let's just go to it. PlayStation toxic fanboys. Now we all know we deal with PlayStation fans from all over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that me and Kratos or Porter Rock and other people, I think the crew is seen, you know what I'm saying, that there is no hate or disdain, right? You know what I'm saying? There's some people out there that don't like me, but I don't really know them, right? So, but the toxic fan, the PlayStation toxic fan, PlayStation is doing their thing this generation. So give me your thoughts about what is wrong with if you're winning, why are you so hateful towards the competition? Give me your thoughts on all that.
Because they ain't got shit else to do. How many times I gotta say it? It's like okay, if people want to be toxic about a piece of plastic, a piece of equipment, a piece of object, a material object. They're just bitter. They don't got shit to do with their lives. And I personally don't got time for that because I told myself as a gamer, if I want to play games like I want to play them, I should have access to all the access stuff towards gaming. So I got an Xbox and I got a PlayStation because that's what I can afford. I'm not going to dog out people from Xbox because I got a PlayStation game that's fire. I'm not going to talk about PlayStation people because I have a fire ass game on Xbox because I am a true gamer. I don't have time for that. What I have a problem with is when people take time out their lives to make negative videos, negative comments, negative posts, tagging people in names all over negativity about a piece of plastic, about a game. Yes. That's the shit that I don't like. Some of y'all dudes, y'all need to get a life. Some of y'all dudes need to go get some pussy. Some of y'all dudes need to go get a job because I'm tired of that shit. Because my friend, let me finish, please. Let me finish, please.
Shut up.
These are my friends. These are my comrades. I see these people every day. We hop on the parties all the time, and we don't even talk about this negative shit. We talk about games. Who died in this game? Who's trying to get this chicken dinner? Who's trying to get this gold? Who's trying to get these bananas? And I don't even want to see past this. I'm about to be 35 this year. I don't have time to play no little kid games. So if I like a game, I'm gonna buy it when I can afford it. But I damn near ain't gonna let no negative naysayers on the internet tell me what to spend my money on. That's all I gotta say. Peace.
Cosign.
Hey, wait.
Cosign
like mud. Gotta go behind it.
Shots was fired.
Hang on, you took the high blood pressure pills, right?
She was like, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Oh no!
I feel bad for whoever got.
Yo, Mega, we got to rant every week. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'm done. I don't even want to talk no more. I'm done.
No, right? I'm good.
I'm good.
Infamous said it all.
We end the show on this shit, right?
Hey, lady, 6996 said he straight cut him with a razor blade.
Hey, she did.
I mean, we got other shit to worry about. We got to pay bills.
Exactly.
We got to pay these taxes. We got to take care of whoever's in a relationship. They got to take care of their marital status. And nobody got time to wake up and talk and have these dudes tagging me and shit, talking about, fuck Xbox, y'all niggas ain't shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I own both consoles. You know, people don't know that, but Xbox is my preferred brand. But I really don't got time for this. I'm trying to get on some other stuff. I'm trying to elevate my gaming status, not deteriorate my shit with some negative shit on the internet.
Exactly. Right. And I feel like block them.
True that.
Block them. I mean, I feel like you guys follow these too much. Like it's easy to just block them jokers and keep it pushing.
Yeah. No, the blocking shit too easy. Fuck blocking them.
No, I'm blocking.
I ain't blocking.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they top of the charts right now, if they're leading the pack of the generation, why the fuck are they caring about what anyone else is doing? Let's be honest. Because if they have these great games, they need to be playing these great games. We over here and saying, "Oh, look at the good stuff that they have." That's great. We're focusing on what we could do to improve ourselves, but we just trying to do our shit like Lady is doing. We busy gaming right now. That's all that matters. If you a gamer, then you game. You don't sit there and just talk about games but ain't doing shit with games. Like that just makes
what a lot of people are doing. That's a lot of people are doing.
Here's the thing. There's some people who spend 7-8 hours straight on Twitter talking about all this shit. It's like you have 8 hours to spend on Twitter. Why aren't you spending that 8 hours on a goddamn game for one?
Because they Twitter app is free and they broke. They not bosses.
Yeah, but put it this way, Delilah, like you just say, like you just like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't with the bull. I don't want you. If I catch you with the bullshit, Delilah, I will take your soul and put it in a.
Now you talking about my soul?
I will take your soul. You ever get if you go get into that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You gotta worry about that with me. You gotta worry about that with me because
if I catch you ever do that, I'm gonna snatch your ass up. And I'm gonna put you in that bottom. I'm gonna throw that Jaku soap because you better. You know what I'm saying? But thinking about this, I'm kind of like I'm like a bendo. I'm a bendo.
One cup, 2 minutes.
All right.
Can y'all hear me?
But 100. That's not what you're saying. You saying you like that mess though. So that you
I don't
like going back and forth with it. You like the drama.
I don't like
you like the drama.
No, I don't like the drama. I'll put this way. I do not like the drama.
Did you hear me? Okay, 100. Stop.
I don't. I'm a bendo.
One at a time.
Okay.
One at a damn. You're done talking.
I didn't get to talk. You be quiet.
I will give you your time. Shut up.
And you
Yeah.
said I'd be
quiet.
That nigga be disrespecting me
You
like
got
that.
that
When I see that big ass bear, I'm
When you
gonna
see
shit out
Big
of
Bear,
I'm gonna
you
step
go
the shit out of your
bow
mouth.
down.
I'm gonna
Like
step
you
the shit out of
supposed
your
to.
ass.
Come on now, come on now.
Okay, look,
Mega,
okay,
you can
listen.
mute his mic. Put the mute down.
I could mute him, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm
We
not
civil. We civil.
We're
Come
being
on
civil.
now.
That's just because everybody's kind of rumbling around. So, Delilah, finish what you got to say, and then we're gonna move to Kaleidoscope.
I feel like if you don't want to block these people, you like the drama. You want to engage in it. You want to be in the middle of it. You want to say, "Oh, such and such says what and what." Someone come at me wrong. I had to check one person earlier today because I'm like, dude, you know, you at me, but I know you cool or whatever. But are you fanboying right now? Because if you are, you getting blocked. Because I don't play that. I don't want that on my timeline. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
People from work can see that. People, you know what I mean? I don't got time for that.
Probably went in the corner and slit his wrist.
But can I talk to Delilah straight up?
No,
Straight up.
I said
I'm gonna talk to Delilah.
Kaleidoscope.
Can I get next? I need next.
Come on, no, I said Collider. You can go after Collider. You can go after Collider. Go ahead, Kaleidoscope.
Yo, what I gotta say is, I'm getting sick and tired of getting tagged on bullshit on Twitter. All right, I'm getting tired of my fucking phone blowing the fuck up for some bullshit. All right, and some of these people I know what I'm saying? If you're hearing this podcast, stop tagging me and shit, yo. Word up, because if I see that shit again, I'm gonna just straight up block your asses. I don't care if we boys or not. I'm getting sick and tired of my shit blowing up over bullshit, yo. Y'all sound like a bunch of 2-year-olds in the fucking outside and shit, bitching and moaning about every little thing. Who gives a fuck who got what on what platform?
It's my Legos.
Goddamn games, yo. Damn.
It's a goddamn Infinity Plus 1 conversation all over again. Like, goddamn.
What I miss?
Okay, so 100. Now you proceed.
All right, I'll put it this way. I'm different from anybody else. I use that shit for motivation. That's what I do. I take it, and know what? I don't profile it. I like it because I know I'm doing something right. When someone is coming at me,
you need that validation. That's what you're saying.
No validation. Trust me, ain't no validation about me. Thing about it is, I get tagged in shit just like what Collider say. Me and him get cut in some shit that I have nothing to do with. But why should I block them where I can listen to what they're saying? I'm not. Well, think about it. I'll put it this way. I don't sit on Twitter like that. I barely even talk on Twitter. I give a fuck about Twitter. To tell you the truth, that's not my life. My life is me as a gamer. So if this because I'm not going to hit you, I'm not going to. Just because you think about it, they're not actually a lot of stuff is not even directed to us. It's directed to another individual. So you know what? I want to listen to. I want to see. They might have a difference. Sometimes I do read it from time to time. Sometimes I don't. But why should I block you? I'm not in the mood of blocking. My thing is, I put myself on the interweb. I should accept what I'm going to accept.
Okay.
I'm going to accept what I want to accept.
Is it just me, or y'all can smell the alcohol through his microphone?
Yo, leave my man alone. His feelings. Leave my man alone.
He gonna be
I'm gonna go buy
tonight.
a bottle now. But
Yeah, okay. We'll go get your bottle, and we'll be back when you come. We'll be here when you come back.
You know what?
What?
Mega, you used to be my homie. You my ace.
Hey, man, you
but
my boy.
We're gonna play some 2K tonight.
We can play some 2K. You don't want that
tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna play some 2K tonight. Yeah, we're gonna stream it.
Okay. All right, cool. Because there's a Nintendo dude ducking me. There's a Nintendo dude.
Who's that? That dude with that
I don't know. The dude that beat the shit out of our boy Triple Cup Chuck. That's
man, I've been calling him.
Man. I just want to know why he ducking KMEGA and Lemon is the man.
Man, look.
No, but Mega,
he good, but he ain't that good. He ain't that good.
Mega, I got told not to mess with that man. I want to see him in the gaming streets. We can stream it wherever. I want to see him like you want to see him in Madden. See,
hey, he not that good, man.
I want to see him. We talking about the Nintendo guy with the spandex on. Said we calling you out. Somebody told me not to call you out, but I'm calling your ass out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let you know, 100. He good. Don't get me wrong, he good. But he on that game that we had,
I'll put this way.
It was a different story behind that.
Is he?
It's called stick your ass in Madden.
I put it this way. You know I can beat tax, right? Is he better in tax?
That's what I'm saying. No, he wasn't bad in the text. You know, that was that same day I had that car wreck.
I whoop his ass.
I had that car wreck that same day. So when I was playing them, I wouldn't want to play no games. I was thinking about some other shit.
I whoop his ass. No, I'm ready for
but he don't get me wrong. He decent. He decent. Now don't sleep on him. You gotta bring your game.
I need a challenge.
He ain't nothing that you'll be. You know what I'm saying? He'll
I need a challenge in my life. You know what I'm saying? We play. What's wrong with challenges? What's wrong with competition? Nothing wrong with competition. I ain't scared of none of them.
Yo, how are we talking about 2K?
Can we get back to the
Hang on, before we go any further.
Left his hair.
I'm done talking.
But with the toxicity bullshit, it's coming. We can't just point at the Sony dudes. Yeah, they're the ones who are using.
It's from both sides.
But that's what I'm saying is that yes, we pointed out the Sony dudes who are using all this list war and saying, oh look what we got, what y'all don't have. They're bad. But at the same time, all the Xbox dudes who are causing dissension or starting shit with them on purpose, they're just as bad. We have to look at both sides. Everyone is guilty. The only people who are not are the ones who are literally staying out of it. Delilah, she don't deal with it. She don't want to deal with it. Lady tries to stay out of it as much as she can. All of us are guilty at some point. I'm
not guilty, son.
I ain't guilty.
I ain't guilty. I put a video.
Stop. Look,
I fight the good fight.
Nose growing. Stop.
I fight the good fight. I fight the good fight.
I've said myself in the past, but the thing about it is,
shit.
I want to just game. I don't care about any of that. I like all games, and I've stated that. My issue is on another level, but the fact is everyone has been toxic except for those who absolutely do not. Everyone is guilty, and we all need to take notice of what we do. We have to be better than the bullshit and just leave it at that. If you don't want to deal with the negativity and see it, like she said, block them, mute them, whatever. Don't deal with it because no one wants to see that negativity all the day on the timeline. I like posting random memes and shit. That's what I like to see. I don't want to see, oh, fuck this dude, fuck that dude, fuck you. No, that gets fucking annoying.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I put this way. When somebody makes some memes about me and all that, I love that shit.
I'm a fan of
I ain't gonna lie. I love that shit.
I'm not doing
That's
that.
why I put this way. Because you give a damn about me.
Doing, right?
Hang on. Think about this.
But this is the perception.
They go after Mega.
But wait, 100. This is the perception that you paint. You painting the perception that the Xbox community is toxic. That's a perception.
No, we ain't toxic. I'm not a toxic person.
Let me make this point.
I'm the one that's trying to make I'm trying to one to say, hey, everybody.
Okay, let me make this point.
Let
me make this point. Shut the hell up, man.
It wouldn't go in.
He would not going to stop. And I'm trying to keep this going because we are on a limited set of time. I will put you off of mute once you get this. I'm not going to eject those seat cards, your ass, but I'm telling you, stop. Give time for, look, you know what I'm saying? Triple Cup needs to sit here and make his point. You have been making your point through everybody else's point, 100. Stop. Triple Cup, please go.
Yeah, you had to put him on the timeout. I mean,
timeout.
Hey, with me, it don't really bother me as well. I mean, I feel like Delilah and I feel like Lady. I mean, actually, I got a little bit of everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care for it, but it don't bother me because I be doing my own thing and I be looking at if it ain't something I'm interested in doing, is irrelevant. So I kind of like maneuver, do all the negativity. But I will say that thing on Twitter, man, my phone just tweeted until it went dead. I was like, man, conversation over with, man. Please get me out of this shit. But it just like, but besides for that, you know what I'm saying, I really don't care what a person says. If they say something negative, I would say appreciate it, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna let that slow me down. But you know what I'm saying? I know in this, to be in this community, you gotta be built for this community. So 100 is saying, man, you gotta be tough, because the digger you deep into this, the tougher this get. The more people start attacking, the more crazy stuff you see. I mean, you got to already have a mindset to say, it don't bother me. Or somebody do something, you got to be like, man, that's on your body. But you know what I'm saying? It might not be good, it might be bad. Ain't nothing we could change about this shit because YouTube is the wild, wild west. So don't even, if you think that it should be a certain way, it's cool. But in actuality, it would never be that way. So you just got to know where the punch is coming, and you got to be actually be in the war, because this the life, this the style. You know what I'm saying? When they say the game of life is more than gaming, and we realizing this is a universe as well. And I'm showing other people that it's blowing their mind that all this stuff that goes on in gaming and things. Feel me?
Cool. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Okay. All right. What about you, 108 Dragons?
He sound like he having a meeting in the background.
Yeah, he having a meeting in the background. Okay. Livewire. What about you, bro? I think that's Livewire.
Yeah, change it. Oh, so you change it sometimes.
Change the dials. Okay. All right, cool.
Getting them fresh Pampers ready.
Who didn't speak? Who didn't get to say anything on this topic?
No, I think everyone spoke now.
I think 108 didn't really speak on it, but he's over there. He's doing his thing.
What about the God of War? No,
yeah, we going straight to that right now. We're going to go straight to God of War. I got to figure out how to unmute. I'm trying to.
That before we was on air.
Right, unmute 100. Now see,
they were talking about God of War before we was on air. Remember?
Oh man,
I thought it was supposed to be Hellblade. We ain't got to Hellblade yet.
Well, we'll talk about Hellblade before we get out of here. Anyway, let's go to God of War.
And there was another thing though that you can't forget, and man, people would want to know this. Confirmed by the developers. All right, Studio MDHR, the guys that do Cuphead, they ain't show up at the BAFTA Awards because they're working on a brand new game that's not Cuphead.
Oh wow,
nice.
Probably another side scroller.
I don't know what it is. I just know if it has that art style.
They're a young team, so
they ready.
I figured.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a big surprise at the E3.
Man, it will be a surprise. But hey, I'm telling you. Hey, look, let me
there we go.
Say one thing about God of War, right quick. Hey, y'all, it's a joke I had did about God of War. You know, how do you know that Kratos is white?
Oh, come on. Let's not do that. Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Listen to the joke.
Let's not do it.
White men can't jump.
Come on, man. Stop.
It's a movie, man.
Stop, man. Stop.
Can we mute his mic next?
He about to get mute. Yeah. Chuck, well, come on, bro. Come on. Look. Now, let's talk about God of War, right? Okay, for a minute. As for me, I'll just go ahead and get my part out of the way. Most people know that I'm not excited about this game. I've been like this. I've been like this for months. Once I figured out what the developers were saying about what they were going to do with this game, how they were going to present it, the kid aspect of it, I thought could have potential to be really cool because this is going to be a protagonist that's going to take Kratos' spot eventually. But to me, it was kind of like, well, you're going to have to kill off Kratos at the end of this game. If not, you cannot prolong this. If you prolong this, then it's a fail to me. A lot of people questioned my, they questioned my integrity about, man, are you just doing this for attention? No, I'm never going to talk about a video game to just get people's attention. The game pisses me off in so many ways. One, we've just seen something about Inside Xbox. We'll talk about that too, where they talked about Sam Fisher. Well, they had Sam Fisher on there, right? They had the original voice actor for Sam Fisher. Why they couldn't keep the original voice actor for Kratos? That was a pet peeve for me. Now that could be nitpicking. I get it. But if other people that I've heard that get pissed off from other voice actors that changed over, like there was people that was pissed off that Keith or Sutherland took over the spot for Liquid Snake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that basically nitpicking?
That's nitpicking. That's not even legit, KMEGA.
Well, no. I'm just saying, for me, like, I love the original voice actor.
But the dude they got is serious, man.
He's dope. He's dope. I get it.
He's dope.
But let me finish.
But when you get used to hearing a certain voice with a sound,
KMEGA does have a point though, because Kiefer Sutherland, they picked him to play Sam Fisher in the last Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Right.
And a lot of people ain't go pick that up.
Right.
Just because they knew. Just because they knew that voice actor wasn't there. Michael Ironside, everybody was like, "Oh, he ain't the actor."
Just think if you change the voice of Master Chief, how many people are going to lose their shit?
I wouldn't be mad if they told me to do it.
Like, okay, they did Ninja Gaiden to the Ninja Gaiden 3. It changed the voice actor, and I couldn't even play it because it kept messing with me mentally because I absolutely love Ninja Gaiden. The series.
Yeah. If you got a love for a game like that, I can see. I love God of War, but I don't care. I don't really care who voice acts him. As long as he sounds like Kratos, I'm good. That dude sounds like Kratos. I had a beef with that at first until I heard him talk.
No, he don't sound like Kratos to me. Again, like I said, I have not been mad at anybody that has been all hype for this game. It's just for me that it's the thing of where the combat is probably the worst for me. It's because it's turned into more like a Dark Souls,
more like Thor.
Yeah, I'm saying no. I'm not tripping about the Norse mythology. That's cool. I mean,
I'm talking about throwing his hammer. Throwing a hammer, he pulls his hand out. That's Thor.
Yeah, okay, but
and the Dark Souls stuff, you're
right, yeah, but with the controls going to the bumpers. Whether the attack buttons, to me, that's mean that you're slowing the action down. Like that's one thing about God of War. It's kind of had that mindless fun.
Yeah, high action.
Yeah, high octane action. Right.
Storytelling.
Yeah, and that was one thing about Mega. You all day would say this to me, Mega, you just don't know about a good story. You just want he'll make some crazy ass analogy. No, God of War stories has always been solid, except for Ascension.
Ascension trash
was the worst, right? Because you never do prequels with shit like that.
No, you know what you gotta say, Mega? Ask somebody, okay, you see how they changing God of War? It looks like they're doing more storytelling with the action, okay? I can get that part, but let's just say if they did that shit to Gears, motherfuckers in Gears would be upset.
Exactly.
I'm crowd stomping everybody. What you mean I'm gonna be talking more? So that's what the series is based off. I understand what you're saying, but I've been so desperate for Kratos, man.
I got a quick question.
Yeah, you'll take any Kratos.
Go ahead, because I want to finish my stuff and let people talk about it.
Because I bought part 3, even though I beat it. That was one of my favorite. That was like the last greatest God of War series. So I bought the remaster. So I played a lot of it and I enjoyed it. And when I saw this game, I thought of Lords of the Fallen, Dark Souls, what is it? Bloodborne?
Bloodborne, yeah. Bloodborne stuff. I like
because I see the enemies, even though I don't know if that's the whole game, but sometimes when he was fighting enemies, it's like they playing double dutch. They waiting for their turn to attack.
Okay. Now check this out. This was the main point that I made that I was nervous about this game, and I said this. You can go back and check out GRG when I first, because GRG was the first time I said something about I was nervous, and Delilah was the first one to jump on me. Mega, you tripping? No. Okay, check this out. I said I'm nervous about the combat. I said the way that this guy said the combat will come, but it's more predicated to the story because we want you to feel this connection between Kratos and his son, right? Okay, I get it, but this is God of War. This isn't The Last of Us. This isn't any other type of game that has that type of connection.
Ain't no Telltale game,
right? This is, you know what I'm saying?
God of War.
The two baddest motherfuckers that's in video game history is Master Chief and Kratos.
Facts.
Those are dudes that you in real life would turn your ass around and go. You know what I'm saying? Kratos say something to me, come here, you fat bitch. I'm out. I don't want no problem. Master Chief say something to me, come here, punk. I'm out. I don't want no problems. That's what you know what I'm saying. Well, now we seeing this man because he's wholesome. He's a father. I get it. I'm a father too. But damn it, what's going on here? And then after seeing the gameplay, you know what I'm saying? After seeing this secret gameplay, I knew that this wasn't for me because bruh. Okay,
can I say something?
I just want to finish this and not want to let y'all talk. I just got to finish this. I got to finish this point. And Delilah's seen it, but this is what's funny, right? Okay, and somebody's over here. Cyrus Burke wanted to pay the bills, but let me just say this: there was a scene that, and when everybody's going to be buying this game, there was a scene where Kratos jumps. He jumps on the back of this dragon, right? You know what I'm saying? He jumps on the back and he's flying, and the dragon is this dope sequence, and he pushes his son out the way because the dragon is trying to bite him, I guess, and he jumps in the dragon's mouth. I'm like, okay, what? Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe KMEGA was wrong. And then this motherfucker, he's in the mouth of the dragon, and I'm ready to see Kratos get busy, right? Like, this is what I'm talking about. And you know what this motherfucker do? He rides in the dragon's mouth, and he's punching him in the roof of his mouth. No blood, no guts, no beat down.
I thought he was gonna go for that tongue.
As hell. And, it looked cheesy as hell. It looked you know what? And you know what I'm saying? And because the lack of the QTEs is where you don't see Kratos cut that big son of a bitch's mouth from the fucking top to the bottom and his jaws hanging out, and Kratos slams his head on the ground and stabs his eyes out and breaks his shit up. Sorry, son, you shouldn't have seen this. Now that's God of War.
Facts.
This shit was not God of War. And then the last thing, because they didn't see this clip, and even the PlayStation dudes, I will not say names because I know some of you follow these PlayStation dudes to the death. To the death. But I keep those receipts. But the fact of it is this. They said this motherfucker Kratos is grabbing rocks, like these funny looking red rocks, and throwing explosive rocks at this dragon and blowing them up. And then he jumps on it. He does this hack and slash on him. The dragon gets back up. It's the same little sequence. And then it starts all over.
KMEGA, it could have just been that sequence because I mean, maybe I'm giving it too big of a benefit of the doubt, but look at this. Only thing I didn't like from that video. One thing I didn't like from that video was the animations, because Kratos like he was sliding.
Did he what? Okay, you didn't see the other animations that I'm talking about.
The only thing that had me
look. Hold on. Let me say this, and I'll finish, and I'm done. Y'all talk. The part where he threw the damn rocks at the damn. My old lady's like, I'm gonna close the damn door. Yo, I'm sorry, baby. Anyway, he throws the rock and it explodes, and it's the same sequence. And he's spitting fire at Kratos, and you run away, and you go and you chop him up. You hit his toes and shit, right? So then. It's so simple. It's a hand holder, right? And even the PlayStation dudes, the PlayStation diehard dudes said, hey, man, that's the first boss, right? And then the person that showed us the video said, no, that's further down the line. And there was all different. There was a bunch of silence. And you know what the PlayStation dudes did? They started talking bad about Rise. They got completely off of the subject. They started talking about, well, this shit's better than fucking Rise. Rise sucked. And if I'm lying, I'm flying, Jack. That's when I knew that this game isn't for me. And it could be for anybody else. But for me, it confirmed my shit. Now go ahead. I'm done.
Let me say this. I ain't hardly talk. Let me say something here. First of all, you and Delilah, I done spent $150 for this fucking statue and this and some DLC. Y'all killing my shit right now. You killing me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a ejector seat in that game, man. But anyway, first of all, out of all the graphics and everything, do you know what your boy Lemon got a problem with?
What?
That shit gonna make me a better father. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody in the virtual space gonna make me be a better father than what the fuck I already am. Man, is you crazy, Sony? That's your sales pitch? It's gonna teach you how to be a father. What if it's a chick playing? It's gonna teach you how to be a father, mother? What the fuck was that? This game, listen.
I mean, I hope it's what everybody cracked it. What everybody.
Yo, I want it to be good.
You just said that scene was cheesy as fuck.
That was cheesy, and like the animations was just janky. Honestly, he was kind of sliding around, like he wouldn't turning around.
I gotta pay the bills. I gotta pay the bills. I'm sorry. Let me pay the bills. Cyrus Burke, man, appreciate it. Question for the panel: why do these PlayStation fans like to shit on original God of War games in retrospect? Just to hype up this soft reboot, fake gamers.
Wait. Can I say? I know the answer to that. First of all, this is what I meant to say earlier when people was talking about my game Halo, Halo, Uncharted, and that goddamn Horizon Zero Dawn. None of them did Halo numbers. Let's get into that. But that's a fact.
They'll debate you on that hardcore.
You can't debate it because sale numbers is up for all them shits, especially when it was hard copies only. God of War has never been a system seller, and I'm a God of War retard. It's never sold more than 5 million, maybe 5.5 million over the generation's life of the system that it came on. Ascension bombed out. The what else? Or something else? Oh, and them damn PSP games was garbage. They all and they try to remix those. So when people talk about Kratos and this big hoopla, it ain't like the 80 million motherfuckers out there is gonna run and go buy this game. It's gonna be 4 or 5 million people that hardcore fans that usually buy it. Let's not talk about this game like it's Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying? Some people got some real phantom dreams. Like Sony is sitting on all these billion-dollar franchises. Uncharted ain't even no billion-dollar franchise. They still can't reach that mark. So when people said earlier tonight, what did Halo 5 do in terms of sales numbers? It broke all the previous Halo numbers first week sales. Facts. So that's what it did. So when people need to bring up critiquing, and I'm talking about a Sony dude, an Xbox dude, only people that's neutral is Nintendo. They don't care about nobody else's shit. But when it comes to you hardcore PlayStation fans and you hardcore Xbox fans, when you speak, remember on Twitter, people look at your text as your intelligence. You need to slow down and know what the fuck you're talking about before you speak, because it definitely shows how intelligent you are not. So when you talk about a great game like Halo, because the #1 selling first-person shooter that's on a single console is Halo, not Call of Duty and Battlefield. That's multi-platform, single console shooter. Halo is king. So when you talk numbers, know what you're talking about. That's all I had to say. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Kaleidoscope, what is your thoughts about God of War? And you said you was going to get a PlayStation because you said Spider-Man. But what is your
for Spider-Man? I God of War. But actually, it's a very interesting subject because first of all, I looked at the I've read a lot of reviews as far as God of War,
right?
And it is a different take of God of War. It's like it's just like 108 Dragon said earlier. It's a soft reboot. All right, they're trying to bring in more of the casual crowd. All right. They're not worried so much about the hardcore crowd. And they even said in the that, as far as like the hardcore fan base, there was a couple of dissenters out there that were stating if you really love the old God of War games, this might not be for you. All right? Yeah. Because they're trying to go after that Last of Us crowd. Yes. All right. So the ones that call themselves the God of War hardcore and whatnot, this is not God of War from the old days. This is something else, people. All right, this is Last of Us with God of War as the main character.
What do y'all have to say about the reviewer that gave God of War 8.5 got all that hate, like for breaking embargo?
Those are fanboys. Those are weirdos.
No. He gave a legitimate score.
He gave a legitimate score, but he broke the embargo because he submitted his score too early. And it was 8.5.
And he dissed the crap out of the game and still gave it an 8.5.
To me, that's a fantastic score, 8.5. I don't understand.
It is a fantastic score, Delilah, but it's if you look at all the God of War series, none of them are like this. This is a story-based God of War. And I like those type of games, but this is not what God of War fans have been purchasing for the last 10 years.
Right.
It's
exactly.
Not.
It's a reboot.
So when Mega said that, I couldn't understand where the hell he was coming from. I said, you bugging.
Yeah.
But then I said, wait a minute. Let me look at this and see what else I see in the game. And I see those games that we mentioned before. And even if, like I said, people got PS4s, go out there, re-download Part 3 and see all the action you get in the first 3 levels. And compared to all the videos combined that we've been watching in this new God of War, ain't no action like that. It's a story-based God of War, and I'm not mad with that either. But that's what it looks like. And I spent $150 on it. So
and they say the game is pretty lengthy too, like 40 hours.
But it's
45 hours.
But this is what people are not talking about. They talking about searching for shit like Tomb Raider.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like, people that play God of War don't want to do that. They want to find out the puzzles and find a way how to get to that star or whatever they want to get to on that. But they don't want to be looking for items. God of War fans don't look for items.
Right.
I seen all of that.
Wait, man, y'all killing my vibe right now.
Look, this started with you and Mega. I'm just putting the icing on the top, baby.
I'm just saying what I thought about the video.
Hit that like button and share it.
I'm just saying. I look at all the reviews, and I don't like reviews. I do them on my channel, but it has to be a game I'm passionate.
I don't like them, but I do them.
No, but listen what I said. I do it about game I am passionate about. I can't review something that I'm not into. Like Cooney.
So are you
that's not gonna get a good review for me. I'm not into it. But if it's a Halo,
Cooney's dope. You better watch your mouth.
Battlefield or Star Wars Battlefront, I can give an honest.
You get more action in Cooney than you are in God of War.
And so how y'all think they should have did
World, Jack.
I could review Final Fantasy, but I can't review Persona 5. You fighting a dick boss at the end. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that.
You don't fight the penis demon until later on in the game.
It don't matter.
Even all day sitting with a picture on the phone.
Hey, look,
Hey, I'm just saying, Delilah. I don't review things I'm not passionate about because I like to give my all. I'm gonna review God of War because I'm a God of War retard.
Yeah.
I dressed up like this dude when I was 28 years old as Kratos. White powder and all. You understand?
This review, this one by What If Gaming was the only review that kind of put me on pause regarding this game because, like I just put in the chat, but the good he said was good cinematics, good graphics, wonderful music. But the bad he said lackluster and repetitive combat, poor storyline dynamics, and disappointing skill tree. To me, that's all gameplay. So you telling me the bad is gameplay?
If you see that second clip. Delilah, if you seen that second clip where I'm talking about where Kratos is throwing the because you know what, I don't even know if that's
I saw the first clip where he's got to pick up the little red little plants and throw them at the dragon or whatever.
I
saw that.
Okay. Did you see how easy that was?
Yeah, Mega, but you're right. But I watched the gameplay, and every time he reaches his hand out, it's what me and you always say: Mjolnir to me.
Wow, you just woke up right now. You just woke up. What? Who called my God?
Look, that's what I thought. I was like, damn, that's Thor.
So let me ask you a question. Because guys, I never really been big on God of War, but what I want to ask you is this: as far as God of War, in the past, because you ever think that he would have a son? That's like when you see an emotional.
He had a whole family. Right.
But I'm talking about him personally having a son, though.
Okay, this is the thing. Okay, yeah. See, this is the thing with me. I'm going to say it because I know I've been talking more about this, and I want the panel to get into it. But I just
you on your 100 shit.
But I am on my 100, so I'm going to have to mute myself. 100, you are not muted anymore. You're
you know, I ain't say shit about it in like the last 20 minutes, right?
I'm sorry, Infamous.
Yeah.
Problems. Infamous, please talk.
Are you
excited for God of War? God of War.
Okay, it's like this. Okay,
yo, nigga, you gotta show me that video that you was talking about yesterday.
I think it's funny that you have like a handful of people who actually played the game and reviewed it, and you have a million motherfuckers going behind on what these people put their reviews on, which is quite sad, really. Because you're really following what the next motherfucker's doing.
No, not really. That's the fanboy shit, Infamous. That's all that is. Anything positive.
Okay, let me finish, please. Now, 94s. 95s.
She got a
10. 10s. A couple of 10s. The 8.5 is more realistic review than the 94. Whoever thinks that Metacritic is a legit source of reviews,
asshole,
drinking bleach, okay?
Hey, but let that girl talk. Let her talk. She's
y'all gonna let me talk today, damn it.
Oh, girl.
You got a million motherfuckers up in here. You gonna let me talk? Now, I was interested in getting God of War day one until they said they were gonna change the dynamic of the gameplay.
That's not lemon. Just for the record.
That's me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That stirred me off a little bit because that's what wanted me to get God of War in the first place. So I'm waiting till God of War price go down before I get it. Now for
red box that bad boy.
Red box that shit with a gift card and don't bring it back. But what my problem is you got, like Lemon said, you got the fanboys. Like, oh my God, this game is the best. It's the best shit since
they haven't even played it yet.
They haven't even played it. They haven't even touched it. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, because you ain't touched the game. You ain't balling. You ain't got your status like that to get a review copy. So why the hell you saying what you should be saying about God of War? Now, if you don't want the game, if you're not interested in the game, you shouldn't feel like you should be ridiculed or disrespected or just get teased or bullied because of something that you're not into. If you don't want God of War, that's your business. That's your paper. You spend it how you want to spend it.
Right.
If you want to spend your money on that shit, congratulations. That's something that you wanted to get. Go ahead and get your shit. But don't sit here and act like, because somebody don't want the game, that somebody should be ridiculed for it, and somebody should be like, if they want the game, they should be ridiculed for it. Now, the dumb shit is Game of the Year. I don't know who said that shit about God of War being Game of the Year.
Not that it can't be, but it's too early to even say that.
That's right. Red Dead even out. Red Dead even out.
Yeah, no expectations for the rest of the games coming out, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm reading here. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Nobody gonna like what I'm gonna say, but personally, I don't give a fuck. So I'm telling you, 2018 maybe gonna change up in here. So just if you like something, spend your money on it when you can afford it, or if you want it day one, you go get it. If you want to get it when you can afford it, you go get it. Don't let no reviews, don't let these fanboys dictate how you spend your money, because if you do that, they win. And I ain't no sucker. Don't let nobody tell me how to spend mine.
Facts. But you know what? That all goes around, lady. The same toxic subject, man. That shit is like cancer. Fuck cancer. That shit is horrible, man. That toxic situation. These people are toxic, man. And KMEGA is not telling nobody not to buy the game. He said why he don't like what he saw. And everybody's going in on his opinion on how he feel. So if you feel that fucking way, buy my man the game.
Thank you.
Buy my man the game. Because he didn't say, y'all shouldn't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I've played games, I'll be like, you shouldn't have bought that shit. That shit dog shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it straight out. But he didn't say that. So he has an opinion. It's his $65. You know what I'm saying? How do you go in on somebody for enjoying content that they love? That's all toxic, man.
Yeah. And then I'm reading here, this What If Gaming person. This is why I'm more and more believing his review, because he's like, the game took 15 hours to complete while walking through most levels and sprinting through some.
Ooh, hey, you know what? Sony went after him.
Sony goes after anybody that
it's so bad that this guy actually put up a God of War review interview. He got an interview up on his website for 4 minutes long, talking about why he reviewed it the way he reviewed it.
Right. And look, it's just like
you still gave it a good score though, right?
It is a good game.
The game is going to be good. Yeah, 85 is a great score.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I love 2K. The online ain't shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just what it is. Yeah. That's not my opinion. That's just what the fuck it is. You can love 2K. You can spend millions of dollars on VC, but when you go online, it's dog shit. I don't care what your connection is. I don't care where you playing from. It's trash, but it's still the best game. That don't mean the online is perfect. That means it's fucking broke. That's just what it is.
I can't wait to play this game now. It's so controversial because I'm seeing two different sides. I'm seeing.
I'm gonna be playing Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna make people real upset.
Ooh, yeah, you know, Sea of Thieves got that content coming. That cracking and blacking. Hey, the crack is gonna have that backing because it's gonna be popping.
They're gonna drop in Moby Dick. They're gonna drop in a Megalodon shark. Y'all gonna be tight.
And this is what's gonna be the sad thing, right? Because after God of War is on and put into the pasture like an old cow,
and it's state of decay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is gonna still be playing Sea of Thieves.
Man, I can't.
You know
but this is the key.
I'm gonna pick up God
multiplayer.
I'm picking up God of War day one. I gotta try it myself.
I commit. As a fan of the God of War franchise, I want the game to succeed.
Oh yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Just that it breaks my heart that they want to. And this is the thing that Sony fans is
they
not
want to make it more casual.
Well, no, it ain't about the casual. They want to make it more story.
Come on, man. He got the little kid now, man. That's Last of Us, bro.
I know, but that's the thing that I wanted to make the point of is that everybody wants to jump on 343 and Coalition and say, we want you to make more games that's different. Okay, so why would you take one of your most popular franchises and turn it into a franchise that you already got success with? That's the thing. Is like it's almost like a contradiction. Like if you want God of War to turn into The Last of Us, isn't that like reverse psychology of what everybody's bitching about?
Yeah, but everybody knows they got that template. That's their thing. Like KMEGA, didn't you just say Sony got all these? They're getting this developer together. What do you think their game's gonna look like? It's gonna look like this one.
Yeah, because the game will sell for them.
It's gonna be part of the template.
Apparently, the fans like this type of style, so that's why they stick up with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's how they looking at it. Like,
and I don't see what's wrong with that, but I'm just saying, don't knock.
Listen. If you go to the Chinese food restaurant and all you order is the same thing every single time, when you go there, they're gonna just be like, "Yeah, okay, this is what you want, Mr. KMEGA. You want chicken and broccoli with whatever, or whatever it is that you want." You're gonna be like, yeah, thank you. Man, they know exactly what I want. They're like, Mega, you only get the same shit all the time, but that's what I like. So that's what it is, man.
They're gonna give you. If you say that's what you like, that's what they're gonna give you. So yeah. They're just doing their job.
Right. Here's my issues with it.
Go ahead, bro.
Is Mega, you brought up a lot of points about the footage that you saw, because I saw it too. Yes, when he was riding in the dragon, that was not Kratos. I mean, you're talking about a dude who climbed up the side of a Titan who was a literal fucking mountain and killed him with ease, and then took on Mother Earth herself when he fought Gaia.
Yes.
You're telling me he's struggling with a dragon? I don't care that the man is older. He's a demigod. He had the powers of the gods, but still a man. He is a demigod.
Yes.
My thing that really threw me off about it when I was watching that whole fight, besides just throwing the exploding rocks instead of, actually going at it, was the fact that the man had to block a ground pound with a shield because he couldn't jump over the damn thing like most other games would have had you do. That's what had me like, really?
Wow.
That's what pulled me out of the immersion. I'm happy with the story. I dig the chemistry between Atreus and Kratos. I think it's much different because it's a son compared to a daughter from what we know in the beginning of the story. You have to treat a son differently as a father than you would a daughter. He's training him more, not just as a son, but to be a warrior. But he's also trying to keep that humanity. That's a great aspect for storytelling. Well, as you said, we've seen it done. We've seen that with The Last of Us. When you look at Joel, the dude did whatever he had to survive in the apocalypse. But Ellie, a little girl that came into his life, he loved like a daughter, and it taught him how to be a human again, how to actually have some sort of semblance of passion. We get that. It is something that we've seen played over multiple things. Is it going to work in the God of War setting?
They're going to pull on the heartstrings. I mean, that's
okay. So
but that's not a bad thing. But I'm looking forward to it.
Knuckles, let me ask you a question.
Porter Rock is having a hard time, man. He got him out here in motels out there, man. It's just messed up.
Man, he out there doing his thing in Germany, man. Shout out to Porter Rock. Anyway, so check this out. Okay. Now, you just made a great point about pulling at the heartstrings and wanting to get people to feel the compassion of Kratos with his son. Okay, I have no problem with that, right? So why is it that so many people at one particular time, people have warmed over now, but why so many people had the same type of hate and visceral disdain for Master Chief when he showed humanity with Cortana in Halo 4? Please explain this to me.
Wow. I loved Halo 4. That's my favorite Halo title.
Halo 4 was dope.
No, because this is the hate that 343 gets because people are saying, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, Halo 4 came out well before God of War, and they humanized Chief. Something that I've always been like, I mean, he's this big tank, brute, bad motherfucker, but they still made him badass, but they didn't take away his strength and his ability to beat ass, but they just made him a little bit softer because of this compassion.
They humanized him.
They humanized him.
Exactly.
With God of War, I get it, right? They humanized him, but not only did they humanize Kratos, they took away his what makes him so fucking dope. And to me, I can't speak for anybody else that's in love with this version of God of War. I can't speak for that. But for me, they took away what made me love Kratos. That dog, that thug, that motherfucking killer. Like, I get you get a son, right? And I know that you want to back him off and you want to do this. But when a dragon is trying to eat your goddamn kid, nigga, shit's getting real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit's getting real.
No, and here's the thing. I'm not denying that aspect, especially when you brought up the people who are hating on Halo 4. Here's the difference, and this is the big point that I'm going to bring out, is that with Chief, we had 4 games to explore the relationship that he had with Cortana. Okay. Right. He had 4 games of seeing who she was and as she was growing, and see that the only person he had any sort of connection to was Cortana, because of the fact that he was the only person she felt comfortable with. Especially if you read the novels, he did not like talking to other people. He was very antisocial. And that comes from a lot of the orphans that were in the Spartan program.
That's how they made them.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And in 4, when Cortana said goodbye, he was losing a part of him because they had been together since the program. He lost the only person that understood him. If you really want to go into someone that did heartstrings really well, look at Gears of War. What they did to Dom, they humanized him from the beginning because he talked about what happened to his family and what his point was. In the second game, he found his wife. Let me tell you this, it doesn't end well for her. He has to live out the delusion of losing both his children back in E-Day and his wife. Then in game 3, he gets his send-off in a way that he wants. And the way that they do it is phenomenal. They hit the heartstrings right on that because of the fact that it plays within the character. We can hate on it outright now. You're right. But the thing is, they don't have an establishment for why or how he became a father or who Atreus is. Yes, I get it. We're going to build it throughout the game. However, the people who are hating on those games before for that aspect can't hate on this.
When y'all was talking about where Halo 5 came from, what Knuckles is definitely talking about is hitting it right on the head. Halo 5 came from the novels. And when they picked that story to talk about Cortana, that wasn't a popular novel. It wasn't like the story wasn't good. People didn't want to see that shit because they were so in tune with the character. But if you read the novels, you already know what was going to happen because it's exactly like the novel. I stopped reading that novel because it was depressing. Just like I don't like The Last Wolverine. I don't want to see my man die. I'm sorry. I'm a Wolverine junkie.
The last Wolverine.
I was on vacation, saw that movie, and I vowed not to buy the 4K version of that because it depressed me during my birthday weekend on vacation because I didn't want to see that. That's how people feel about that story in Halo 5 because Cortana went to the dark side. She went to the AI side. You know what I'm saying? Logically, like a Vulcan. You know what I'm saying? So people, that's why Delilah, when y'all was talking earlier, I was like, damn, I wish I could be in the house. But that's why that story wasn't popular because that in the novel the most 90% of them are successful. That was one of the most disliked because people are so in touch with Master Chief and Cortana that you could tell how important Cortana is. It's the goddamn voice of Windows 10.
Yeah,
that touches people.
And also, Halo 5, and I don't think people really understand this about Halo 5. Halo 5 is basically like
you got an echo going on.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. Somebody, okay. Halo 5 is basically the when you want to look at the franchise of Fast and Furious, it is the Tokyo Drift of the series.
Right.
When you see Tokyo Drift, you're like, what is this? It's all right. But once it was the weakest one, right? But once everything came down the line, when you got to 8, or I should say 7, because I didn't really like 8 too much. But when you got to 7, you really understood, or
Tokyo Drift was important.
It was very important, and that's where Halo 5 is. It's setting the tone for everything else that's going to make, and that's why I say Halo 6 is going to be stupid, and it's going to get back to the roots and getting back to Master Chief. All I'm saying is just don't kill off Locke.
They felt like it had to be told.
It had to be told,
right? But you know, like I said, you know, some things people just don't want to see. Right. Some people don't want to see, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like I said with Logan, I didn't want, when he died on, I just was like, I'm fucking out of here. I walked out. I'm out. Some bullshit. I was upset. I was hoping once he got that juice, we back, baby. That motherfucker died. I said, damn, this some bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to
Times, we are really, man, what's going to be going on the last couple of weeks? We've been going way over the time limit, but let's go. We got 2 more topics and then we're going to get out of here. But I you know what? I try to set up everything right so when we get to the nitty gritty that it's about to be gone. I mean, that we can ride out with it, but I should just go ahead and just go with the nitty gritty right off the bat. But Xbox. Okay. Now, last week we brought up about Xbox. This is the reason why I brought up about the toxic, PlayStation fanboy, because it's to me it's evident. Like you say something, they act so emotional. Like, look, man, I'm not hating on what you like. Why are you tripping about what I like? Really?
Right. They need to get some pussy.
Yeah, they did. Oh man.
Fuck down. Anyway, good pussy. Not no left.
We ain't getting no commercials on this video. Anyway, on this podcast. Anyway, so. No, I'm just fucking with you. But anyway, so right now we're talking about Xbox with their future, because so many people have been, it's been drilled down our throat. God of War 95, Sea of Thieves 68. Look at this. You got the Kraken that's lacking, and you got all this popping off. You got all that popping off, right? So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what Xbox is not trying. You got all these studios coming out and all this and all that. What is the future of Xbox, Delilah? Where do you see it going? Are you losing faith in the brand? Or what's going on?
Very funny. First of all, Xbox is like a $9 billion business. There's no way it's going anywhere. First of all, $9 billion. Like, I mean, seriously, Microsoft is not about to cut that check loose. Like, I don't understand people be coming up trying to figure out where they get this stuff.
Delilah, you just heard a lot of people.
I'm just saying, I don't understand that. I don't get it. I think Microsoft will be fine. I think they're going through some growing pains right now with all the different turnover they had to endure with changing management and closing down studios. I think they just had to hit like a huge reset button, and we just have to see what they got coming. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Now, Infamous. Now, I don't know if you've seen what Phil Spencer said, because there was quite a few people that spoke to him, and there was something that Ryan McCaffrey brought up that I actually dug. I mean, I watch his podcast every blue moon, and I ain't got a problem with the guy. I know there's a lot of people that don't really like him, but just to not say it word for word, but what he brought up was basically saying, look, it took 10 years for for Sony to get to this point. Yeah, it's for Sony to get to this point. And It's going to take Xbox about that same point in time to get to the same point to where PlayStation is now. Now, I disagree about that it taking that long for Xbox, but I felt that he was right about what he said. What do you think about this, Infamous? Is Xbox in a bad state to where it's not going to be non-existent, or people are going to just completely just look at it as a secondary system instead of a primary system?
Well, it all that matters if it's my primary system. And I've been with Xbox for 8 years, so I ain't going nowhere, and I ain't worrying about what other people got to say about it. I've only been doing this content creator shit for like a few years, so I'm at a point like I know what I like, I know how to be patient, and everything with the social media I'll just take with a grain of salt. So I'm not going nowhere. So I wait. We will be great. We will be great one day, and that's all I gotta say.
Now you said we, so that makes people gonna say that you sound like a fan girl by saying we.
We as my preferred console, which is Xbox. I don't give a fuck what everybody say about me calling me a fangirl. Ain't nobody can tell me that. Because I got content on my channel for Xbox and PlayStation.
Facts.
So they can kick rocks with that.
Plus, you game harder than most of these suckers anyway. Facts.
I put out content every day.
Facts.
Every day.
Every day. Most of these suckers out here. Talk about it.
I will wait.
100 has been stupid quiet. Is he still here?
He ain't here.
Oh, he left.
So yeah, I will be patient. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. All right. What about you, Livewire? Where's Xbox to you in the future? Does it look like it's going to be positive, or is PlayStation and Nintendo going to stomp the hell out of it from here on out?
Nah, I think they're starting to kind of figure out where they made their mistake. Mm-hmm. And to me, it was trying to I was talking about this on Twitter earlier. Their mistake is basically not learning from Sony's mistake with the PS3, because with the PS2 was dominant. They had all these games, and Xbox was doing. They were trying to come along, right? But the one thing that Xbox had that PlayStation didn't have was Halo, and they were like, "Damn, they making mad motherfucking money from this goddamn game."
Wait, and Call of Duty.
I'm sorry.
Facts.
So what they were like was like, well, shit. If they're making all this money from this game, and that one game could fund all their other games, and we're trying to put out all these games, and we're kind of getting a little here, a little there, but
Sega just announced Shenmue. I just saw it just now.
And 2 HD, I'm copping that.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Sega just released it.
They just announced Shenmue 1 and 2. HD
remix, pretty much.
Oh, it's going on.
I just heard it. Yeah, I heard about that.
You heard it here live. You heard it here live
on PlayStation and Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, but
Stop in.
They don't even know what Shenmue is.
They probably don't. Can't wait.
No. Don't know. But
matter of fact, it was exclusive to the Xbox back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
Shenmue 2.
You see, you know what? I'm muting myself because I'm not going to even add to that. Shots fired.
Okay, keep going. Live. Were you done?
Nah, what I was saying is that Xbox made their mistake was that they basically did what PlayStation did with trying to go after the single player. They were like, "Oh, we got all this multiplayer," and instead of focusing more on multiplayer, they basically the first 3 years we didn't get any multiplayer games. We're just getting them now, but we didn't get any. Like other than Halo and Gears, like they didn't try any. Like because remember, State of Decay, that was single player at first. Now it was multiplayer, but at first it was single player.
But that was a small indie development. Let's not get that. Now it's a triple.
Well, yeah, at the top.
We had Rise on a Rome. That was a single player game.
Yeah, Rise. We had.
They've been knocking it out the park at the beginning of this generation. We even had Killer
Instinct right off the gate. Recore was the shit.
Yeah. But also, even look at Dead Rising. Look at Dead Rising.
Dead Rising 3, hell yeah.
Because the first Dead Rising 3
is dope.
Got a lot more sales than Dead Rising 4, and people be like, "Well, why?" Because it was a campaign co-op game. Yes, they had that multiplayer thing in Dead Rising 4, but that's not what we wanted. You know, like I played it a couple of times. I'm like, yeah, this is not, because you're not fighting against each other. You're just like trying to who racks up.
Dead Rising 3 is better than 4.
I mean, yeah,
it is
better.
Way better.
That's like it looks better. Zombies are better.
Capcom slip up though. Don't got nothing to do with Microsoft.
Dead Rising 4,
even 3 looked
better, but
the zombies on 3 was a hell of a lot better. They used to
look more realistic.
Yeah,
4 would look cartoony, like Fortnite and shit.
Well, they was concentrating on one platform, to be honest. So
yeah, that's what it was. Because all the zombies was different. I think that was cloud.
That was crazy.
Cloud computing.
Yeah, cloud computing. How they did that? Where every
and the Kinect. Remember the Kinect? The way you used to push the zombies off you with the Kinect. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look. I mean, what do you got to say about this, Chuck? What do you think?
About my mind drift off. What was the main topic?
Oh,
Xbox.
Oh, now we like on the last stretch.
Man, no, because it was so long, man. Okay, the future Xbox. Look, my thoughts. I try to keep it nice, short, and simple. But I see them going in being there for the long haul. I mean, a lot of people talking, but Sony got a better chance of going under than Xbox. And I ain't just trying to throw that out there for for those Sony fanboys or whatever like that. But Xbox is planning for the future. I mean, they really going light years above because they know everything is going digital. See all this physical stuff, they humoring us right now, but we know where the future is and who got the stronghold over there, Sony or Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Damn, that answered everybody's question right there.
Okay, all right, cool. True that. All right, what about you, Knuckles?
I'm all behind it. Every company had their rocky start. I mean, to be fair, everyone had their growing pains in any industry. That this happens.
Everybody remember that sparse comment back in the day.
Yeah, man. Like, come on. And here's the thing, man. Everyone forgets.
And what was that slogan? Awaiting on greatness. No, my bad. Greatness awaits.
It's none of the shade, man. Like this is more than that. Like,
let's go, Knuckles.
I'm telling you, if y'all won't shut the hell up and let the man preach. I'm trying to say that every company has had their rocks. Like Sony has had failing business ventures in every other company. Their TVs don't sell. Their cameras don't sell.
7 and 10.
Their insurance business failed out. Cell phones aren't selling as well. Look, so Nintendo has done the same thing. Remember, people fail to remember Nintendo was a card playing company. They made playing cards way back in the day, and then they went in business ventures all over. They had restaurants, they had TV places, they made animation stuff before they went into games. Every company has had their slow starts and had the rocks. Right here, we saw at the beginning of this generation for Xbox that there was a lot of issues between management from the higher ups and lack of direction.
Right.
Yeah. And we were in a transitionary period. People can get mad at Phil or the execs at all they want, but it's like they were running off of what was left from before. They didn't have someone to say, hey, who's got a game that's almost done that's willing to just put it on us? Not everyone was willing to do that. They couldn't just say something that was already in development for 3 years saying, here, we'll give you all the money, just put it out right now. No, not every company's going to do that when they already have something going. Right now, there was a lot of issues.
You get to build new relationships.
Exactly. And that's something that we've seen more so with Phil in the past 2 years than any other execs, especially from Don Matrix era. Like, he was being ruthless. He wasn't trying to build.
He got fired from a cell phone company. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Don Matrix, he's a bomb.
Like I said, he was ruthless. He didn't know how to build that relationship.
Though he was signing games. Don't get
he was signing games, but
he was signing checks.
But remember,
definitely signing checks.
From the 360 era, a lot of people didn't. There's a reason a lot of companies that worked with.
Do you think if he was still the exec, like the person in charge, would still have scale?
No, Xbox would be done.
That's because of money. Come on, man. No, it's because of the fact that. Can I say my point? I'm saying that a lot of the companies that were working with us before stopped working with Microsoft because of the cutthroat, aggressive nature of what came before.
Yeah.
Right now, we're actually building a community, and they're trying to build healthy relationships. They're going out and help funding projects. That's why if you look at the division like the ID at Xbox, it's healthy. A lot of people are coming to them with these ideas and why they're going through the ID at Xbox program, why we have early access.
But hold on, Knuckles. Before you get into that point, let's just go back to the 360 era where Microsoft saw potential in your game for Summers of Arcade and put their money behind your game to promote you. It started from then. Don Matrix changed that motto and said, forget that. We're not doing that no more. Yep. Remember, Summer of Arcade was the most successful things, which made all of these indie developers popular. They made major developers leave Infinity Ward and Activision and EA to start their small indie groups because they saw Summer of Arcade. What is a possibility of an indie game? That's what started that, and it started a revolution. And so Sony, this generation, put the motherfuckers on stage for the first time. They had a showcase.
Yep.
Yep. That's what happened. They destroyed the relationship of the smaller developer and the relationship on we'll help you develop your game. I don't know how many people know this. Back in the days on the original Xbox, the OG, if you didn't know how to program your game, Microsoft for the developers had a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week support that would walk you step by step on how to put the game and get your game to work properly on their system. Sony was like, we're not doing that. They always close their doors. You know what I'm saying? This is the first console for Sony that the software department talks to the hardware department. Mark Cerny did that. This is the first PlayStation console ever. They had the hardware division and the software division. They would make the hardware and the software division would have to just make it work. This is the first time they communicated and made a full system. This is why I tell everybody the PlayStation 4 is truly PlayStation's first 360 because they never worked together. And same thing with Microsoft. They had great relationship, and then Don Matrick was like, we're not doing none of that. We doing my vision. He ruined the company.
Yeah.
He ruined the brand.
Yeah, there was checks being signed, and the Peter Moore is what set the tone for the 360, and then Don Matrick just kept writing the checks, right? And so you know what I'm saying, that's I mean, Donnie D's
Peter Moore left because they promoted Don Matrick instead of him.
Right.
Yeah, but Don
in the face.
Yeah, but Don Matrick also he brought in the marketing, or he had a team that knew how to market their ass off, and they were so good that Sony went ahead and took them in, and that's why Sony is kicking ass in the marketing department right now. And you know what I'm saying, and while the Xbox is still trying to figure it out.
Well, Mega, look, so he made a major dent. I always go back to this. 2013 was important. When they released their press conference on the Xbox One, I thought I was buying a fucking Roku box. That was crazy. I'm a hardcore gamer. You didn't show nothing. You showed a glimpse of a racing game, like 2 seconds, but you showed NFL on Xbox 100 times. Football. Hey, yo, I was like, what the hell is that? PlayStation showed games that still probably ain't out.
Yeah.
But they showed what people wanted to see. And Microsoft could not bounce back from that. On top of that, your system was inferior because you didn't want to cut the check to power the system.
Right.
Okay? So that's a double-edged sword. But for the last 3 years, Phil has turned that around. And I'm going to say this, and I want everybody to listen to me. If they don't show shit at E3, they're in trouble.
Oh, they're in trouble.
I don't want to hear no third-party console exclusive for 6 months. Yeah, you better show some shit.
You take that's what I was trying to get to before everyone else started putting it. Is that yes, Phil has done a lot to turn around the brand and what they're doing with the vision. That's unified on what they want to do with Xbox. That's great. He's provided services. Yes, they brought back compat, which is something we've seen has been popular and requested. There's a lot of great things. However, now we're starting to see where it's coming into the 4 or 5 years that he's been in charge.
He's really been in charge 3 years.
Yeah, but
3.5 going into 4.
Yeah, because he came in 2014. But now the thing is, we have to start seeing the fruits of some points of what they've been culminating. We have to see games that they've been cultivating over the last few years, because everyone's only going to mark it down as that, oh, he shut down 2-3 projects, closed down 2 studios. Oh, he hasn't done anything. This is the time where we're going to start seeing what they were working on come out.
And they just opened the checkbooks.
Yeah. And they have to really sell it. Then
Phil made that happen.
Yeah, this year will be the biggest thing,
Mega, but they got to show. I don't want to get there's no maybes now.
No,
there is no. I mean, you even got to show Crackdown looking good because, and I'm gonna say this for the record, Crackdown don't sell 8 million copies, but it has a hardcore crowd that supports the content.
If the multiplayer is to make a break for Crackdown,
right?
You know
but
that's
if it looks like dog shit, it's just gonna be break. It won't be making anything.
Well, you know what? And the naysayers is gonna always break down the fact that you know what I'm saying. The naysayers, regardless on the Xbox side and on the opposing side of it, they're gonna knock that game regardless how good it looks or whatever. And if the game looks like shit,
well,
then it's going to be a pile on. So
that's the toxic people, Mega. But I'm saying, I'm talking about from my standpoint. If that game looked like dog shit, y'all might as well cancel that motherfucker.
No, I can't take another canceling. I mean, Delali can speak for me on that one. Delali can feel me on that one. No more cancellation.
They bring out a game that
no more cancellation.
We got a problem.
Just delay.
Either way, everything that comes down to it is this year they have to knock it out, or the next 3 years aren't going to be pretty. That's what it all comes. That's what it all comes down to for the remainder of the generation. If they don't hit it hard this year at E3, it's done. They're going to have a hard time recovering anything left.
People
over the next.
Oh no, this generation is over.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is any good faith. But no, I'm saying any good faith. Hang on,
revenue is at an all-time high.
Yeah, but I'm saying that this is for the remainder for those who have faith. Anyways, that's where we're gonna leave it on because we already running super late. But I'm just saying this year they have to not
said my piece, yo.
I know.
Glad to go.
But a Pecan Rican needs to get his word. Let's go.
All right. I do agree with some of everybody's points and whatnot. But just think about it. That announcement, that E3 at the beginning of this gen with John Matrix, where he basically, you know what I'm saying, gave a bad presentation, all right? And then the stigma with the DRM and so on and so forth, and the TV aspect and the football. You know what I'm saying? It definitely turned off a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Now, I necessarily don't share everybody's opinion, because I share my own opinions and I buy what the fuck I like. All right. And for me, since the beginning of this generation, Microsoft has been dropping out bangers. I got 7 days on Rise Son of Rome. Right. And I ain't go buy my system at the beginning of launch. Guess what? I waited until March. I wanted to see what the PlayStation 4 offered, and I wanted to see what the Xbox One offered. And by the end of March and shit, I looked, PlayStation got Killzone. I played it at my cousin's house. I was not feeling it. Knack, I wasn't even trying to go there. Right. So what did they have? Infamous the Second Son. Meanwhile, Microsoft, they had Rise Son of Rome. They had freaking Dead Rising 3. They had Titanfall, which dropped that day, and fucking Killer Instinct. What is you crazy?
No.
That's why I went and bought an Xbox One. And then after that, throughout the generation, I fucking played Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break. Now I'm playing the shit out of Sea of Thieves. I just finished Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, the day before last. I put up a review, and I ain't even give it a score.
We're going to do
Hellblade. Because it depends on what the people like. If you like walking around a lot in the game, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You like more action in your game, then the game might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? But the way I see it, they've been dropping games since the beginning. Crackdown, I think it looks fine the way it was when it came out because it always did have a cartoony aspect, a cartoony art style. All right. What made the game fun was the actual mechanics in the game. All right. And you being a superhero, you leveling up your character after a while. First you're throwing a bicycle, later on you're throwing a truck at somebody. All right. That was something that used to get me amped. Like, wow, this is on some shit. And what did they do? They tried to implement that formula in Infamous Second Son down the line on Sony's console. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have no worries that Microsoft is going to knock it out the park this E3. All right. And I think they've been doing shit since the OG Xbox. All right. Because the OG Xbox was way over what the PS2 was putting out. All right. Nobody's looking at the games like Panzer Dragoon Order, which they showed on back compatibility a little while ago. Conquer Live and Reloaded, Blinks the Time Sweeper, Star Wars Republic Commando, Cold War Knights of the Old Republic, Jedi Academy, Jade Empire. I mean, these dudes was fucking knocking out bangers in the OG Xbox era. And nobody was giving them the time of day. Why? Because it was all about Sony. People wasn't even trying to look in that direction. And that's why we get, as old Xbox gamers and whatnot, from the OG era, we get excited because we know these games was ill as fuck. All right? But yet people was like, all these Sony toxic fans and whatnot, they know because some of them remember that era. They remember how they used to go to their friend's house and play that games on that OG Xbox, hear that Halo score the minute the music came on, play Mechasaur, play Brute Force, and they would be like, God damn, man, and I got to go home later on and play PlayStation 2. Man. You know what I'm saying? But these guys has always been on some shit. Y'all just need to stop, buy what y'all like. Fuck what everybody says.
I feel you on that, but let me make this point though too, and then let me make this point though. We don't have those bangers this generation like that. We have bangers. I don't.
It wasn't like the OG Xbox era. Definitely, I just said the ones that I thought were the bangers this generation.
I mean, I love.
And then I left out Cuphead. I left out Ori and the Blind Forest. I left out
the original Titanfall. I get that. I know that, but regardless, this is the facts, and as an Xbox guy, I know this. I know what's came out and what's hot. But also looking at
the
it
games
from
I mentioned weren't hot.
No, I didn't say that they weren't, Clyde. I'm just saying. Yeah, no. I didn't say they weren't hot. But what I'm saying though, from when you go to the point of like, okay, what Z say, right? Like, I think it's bullshit because he keeps going back. They ain't had no mature game in 2 years. Well, they had Gears, they had Quantum Break, they had these games that came out in 2 years.
Why are we feeding into what Z's saying? Man, a mature game is something rated M for mature, hands down.
But this is the thing that goes into where people.
You mean photorealistic? Let's just say what it is.
It's not about a mature game. It's about, because there's mature games that has cartoon graphics. The thing of it is that it's a style of a game. But if you go into bangers,
I want to get into that thing about Z and the mature games, the BAFTA Awards, the British Awards for the Game Awards. Just let me say this real quick. The British Awards, they had Horizon Zero Dawn nominated for a whole bunch of things. They had Uncharted. Want to know what game cleaned up shop? It wasn't any of those games. It was actually Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay, we got to pay the bills.
Not from Microsoft, not from Sony. It's an indie studio.
Let me pay the goddamn bills. Shit. All right. I don't think Microsoft dropped the X just to show up at E3. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's keeping my X as my main and my Pro for exclusive. And I feel you for that.
You misread that all.
But he said, I don't think Microsoft dropped the X just to not show up at E3. I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Either way,
like 2 words. That's cool.
Whatever. I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone. Anyway, so we do got to wrap it up. But I just want to say this point though. Look, as an Xbox fan, there can't be no excuses this time though. 2017, I gave you that because it was the worst year for exclusives for Xbox. I give you that, and I give the PlayStation all the they can hate all they want to because it's the facts. That's the facts. But for this E3, you got to do it. You got to show us. You got to show us.
And what if they don't though? Like realistic.
Then I can't. I mean, I'm gonna still be an Xbox guy, but I cannot promote the shit. I can't. Because I can't say, well, 2019 Xbox is going to be doing their shit. I can't do that.
Wait for
that makes me look like a fraud. Yeah, I can't say no more E3s. I can't do it. Because again, that would just
Delilah, the argument is over.
Wait until TGS.
Yeah. Wait till Xbox. No, I can't do that.
They're not gonna. If they're not showing nothing at E3,
wait until games come.
Yeah. Wait till games come. I told you it's gonna be good. No, I can't do that no more. I can't. I'll just shut the fuck up.
But they have to show something because they don't have it. Like, they literally have no other games in their portfolio coming out. I mean, you're not gonna count the indies; those aren't necessarily their games. But after Crackdown, that's it. They don't have any.
I think they're gonna come with it.
No, I think they're gonna come with. I do think that they're gonna come with it.
But I mean, we're set for the rest of the year. But what I'm saying is, for whatever they're showing at E3 is gonna be telling us what we're gonna
I had this dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Microsoft press conference. This is, and I'm not lying. I showed it to my kid. I'm serious. That we watched a preview of a gangster ass cop. And his gun was smoking.
I can't believe you talking and smacking at the same time.
Yo, whatever.
My
microphone.
You better get that mute. You better get that mute button.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. Don't do that.
All right.
But I just came from doing a double, man. Respect my gangster.
I will not respect you smacking. You know how I am about that shit.
My bad, son. Yeah, I know you left overnight. That was crazy.
I was mad as fuck.
It was mad. I had a dream, right? That Microsoft had a press conference and it was a cop. And his gun was smoking, and he was like dropping the clip and reload it, and it was in slow motion like the Matrix. I was like, damn, that would be hot if that was a game. That's my dream. I just wanted to share that.
Okay.
Oh, man. Fuck, man.
It was a dream.
That dream makes no sense. Goddamn, we gone.
Let's get to the last topic. This is talking about Hellblade, and we get out of here. I will say this: what Phil Spencer said to a lot of people today. He said, "Our hardware took time. our services, platform, backwards compatibility took time, and counting and continuing to grow our first party will take time. A high quality and diverse first party, yes. With single player built the right way is our goal and what our customers deserve. We can have similar results to what we've seen in the whatever platform. I don't know what
hardware
in the hardware and platform. Okay, all right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. I'm too old. Anyway, so again, Phil Spencer is acknowledging this shit. Look, he's been saying that he's been listening to the crowd. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? The Xbox knows what the fuck is going on. I think too many Xbox fans get too impatient and get nervous because PlayStation fans be on their fucking back and throat talking about fucking Metacritic score. Fuck your Metacritic score. Send that shit to Hades. Okay, Hellblade.
Real salty, but okay.
I didn't say who sounds salty.
You sounded salty. You said,
I didn't say
sprinkle salt.
Anyway, no, but Hellblade.
I hope so. Say 108 Dreams was paying the bills. 108 Dreams was Quantum Break 2. I hope so. I absolutely love Quantum Break.
See, there you go. You said I sounded salty. I'm not salty. But to see, look, Feel Good Man says salty as fuck. No. Then watch now. That's all they're gonna say. That's all they're gonna say is, oh, he's salty. Anyway, yeah, Quantum Break. I'll lose my damn shit if at E3. I see that on
There's so much they can do with that game. There's so much they can do with that game.
Because I felt like that at the end, man. I felt like, man, I got to know what happens next.
And then Hatch, the whole situation with Hatch. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, DLC.
They need to finish. I played it twice. I want to play it again on the X enhanced version, but I played it just both sides of the story.
Yes,
man. I want.
Okay, what about Hellblade?
Hellblade. I guess I'll go first real quick because I got game night. Roman gaming. Also, don't forget to check us out tomorrow. Since I got to leave after this, tomorrow at noon on Lady Infamous channel, we doing another episode. So come check us out. But anyway, Hellblade. I'm just playing through it. I'm stuck on one part where you're in the forest trying to solve one of the puzzles. It's good so far. I like the sound design. To me, the combat is a little bit iffy, but overall, I think right now is. Where I'm at is fine. I haven't played it long enough to kind of really judge beyond that. So,
okay, visually, what do you think?
Beautiful. I haven't played on the X 4K. It's beautiful, gorgeous game.
Put it in picture mode, and it'll blow you away.
Really? Okay. All right. I'm doing it in the enriched mode. So
no, it was enriched mode, but there's another little thing that says picture.
Picture mode.
Oh, you mean photo mode?
Yeah, I keep saying picture mode, photo mode.
But I was like picture mode.
Yeah. I told Lemon the same thing, and he said the same
photo
thing.
Mode is just to take pictures, ain't it?
No, it is, but it's
also right.
But it changes it puts some kind of filter on it. It looks really good. Anyway,
all right, I'll check it out.
All right, so what about you, Livewire?
I think it's cool. I know I poke fun at Porter Rock because he was like saying that Hellblade was looked better than anything that was on Xbox in period, and is a better story.
He's just catering to his fan base,
But I was sitting there, I was looking, I'm like, bro. I mean, it looks good, but if we had 4K Rise, oh my god, it would take 2 shits on it and piss all over it. Like, come on, man. And let's be on some real shit. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm going to. I will talk to you guys.
All right,
next week.
I will talk about G4G
Peace. G4G. You mean GWG?
Oh man, I'm thinking of
Grown Women Gaming. This is not Moxie and them.
Too many fours and ones and W's.
Okay, yes, definitely. Follow me on Twitter, at Delilah_HD, and you'll get details there. All right.
Okay, cool. Peace.
KMEGA all over the place.
I know.
Hellblade is solid. Like, the puzzles are cool. I mean, it's slow. Like, I know I said if you like Rise, you might want to check out Hellblade, but it's like a maybe because Rise is a lot faster. And a lot more going on. Like, there's a lot of downtime in Hellblade. So, for my friend that doesn't really like puzzles, he would hate this game. He would be like, oh man, it looks good, but then he would be like, oh my god, I hate this game because there's just so many puzzles in it. He's just like, fuck these puzzles. Game music probably because of me. Fuck you, fuck that game.
It's a thinking man's game. I can see why it didn't sell on PlayStation.
Oh,
well, shoot, it's not selling on Xbox either, man.
I'm just saying, I like the game. I think it's dope, but it's not straightforward action. It's not great storytelling. It definitely spooks you the hell out if you got on some headphones. Yes. The game is definitely dope. What I'm saying is, it doesn't immediately grab you. You have to get into the character and the game.
Yeah.
So if you could broaden your horizons, this game is for you. If you want to just jump in quick, do some Pac-Man, eat the dots and eat the big dot and kill the ghost, it's not for you.
That ain't for you.
It just is what it is. Some people play chess, some people play checkers. Most people play checkers.
I'll say this, man. It's a solid game. It definitely I would give it an 80. I said a 75 before, but I was like, you know what? The combat's not bad. It's very similar to Rise. I mean, it has they switched some things around, and but overall it's kind of similar. They got the whole focus thing, same as Rise and type shit. So it's kind of similar. But it's it's cool. It's a nice little snack. But I'm really waiting for that damn State of Decay, bro. Did y'all check out the fucking their Twitch stream yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
No, I didn't get to see it.
Bro, you gotta watch that shit. Oh my god. Enclaves.
Whenever we get done with the show, I can probably check it out.
Yo, this shit is fire, dog.
Okay, Knuckles, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hellblade, what'd you think? You gonna get in trouble. You gonna get grounded.
I'm already grounded, and plus we all about to get cut, man. We in trouble.
I know we are. This is gonna cut the shit out of us.
It's gonna cut the shit out of you, mainly. But
for 3 hours.
Yeah,
I know, man. Come on, let's finish it up. Stop talking. Let's go.
Hellblade, from what I've been seeing, what I've been watching, man, it just looks so good. I'm gonna buy it here later because it was on my. I was waiting for that payday. Now that I got it, I'm gonna go game it, and I'm excited for it. I've seen quite a few of the puzzles that has to be interesting because I love puzzle games. So I'm all for it. I don't care one way or the other. I'll give a full solid review of it later.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? We're just gonna get to lightning round. Anybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually finished Hellblade a couple of days ago, as I said earlier. Nice. I actually put up a review on my channel today, and I broke it down the way One-Way Dragons was saying a little bit earlier and whatnot. It's not a game that's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a game that you actually have to sit back and let yourself be told the story. All right. The combat is actually very deep. All right. Because I was actually doing a lot of things with the combat that was blowing my mind. I mean, dudes was throwing blades at me. I was blocking blades out the air. Dudes was swinging over my head. And I'm just like ducking it right at the last second. Reminded me of Alan Wake, yo. Alan Wake mixed with Rise, Son of Rome. I was like, yo, you can't knock that. That shit is dope. And the puzzle solving was dope, man. It was like on another level. You know what I'm saying? Because the girl is going through some type of psychosis and whatnot, where people that suffer from this hear voices and they see fractured images in the environment and whatnot. And she's looking at these fractured images, and you see these images become whole, and you're like, oh, wow, this is on some other shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? And then the audio was on another level. I felt like I was immersed inside a movie. All right. Yeah. But then again, there is a lot of downtime, like the way Livewire said. There's a lot of areas where you're just going to be walking through, and I also love the Norse mythology. All right. So every time I came upon one of those rooms, I wanted to listen to what they was talking about. Like, that sounds dope, man. Oh, dude got that sword. Oh, dude killed this dude. Oh, man, that shit sounds wild. So the game is actually up there for me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of my review, I literally said, you know what I'm saying, if you don't mind being told a story, this is for you. But if you just want to get into that quick action, like One-Way Dragon said earlier, like Pac-Man, eat the dots and then kill ghosts at the end. Well, no, it might not be for you.
The game is it's in my top.
It's a good game.
It's in my top. It's in my top. Top 5 this generation, man, because it's just so deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. Okay, what about you, Chuck? You interested in the Hellblade?
I mean, me personally, I'm just gonna keep it short. I'm starting to feel more like this here toward my single player games. It's like I play them when I play them. It's like I could backlog them because let's say if I play it a year from now, I'm still gonna get the same experience. Same as we people with Xbox getting now that's getting it now that PlayStation had a year ago. I mean, we still getting the same experience as a single player game. So I kind of like don't have that urge for that rush like the multiplayers, like, because multiplayers, once you start falling behind, a lot of times, it'd be hard to catch up. Single players, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just that's how I feel about my single players.
All right, cool stuff.
The rebound.
Cool. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. No more talking. I'm done. We done. Damn it, we running on damn near 3 hours, man. What's going on? What's going on this, man? We doing Big Shadows number, man.
Baby.
Man, man, this is wild, man. We can't be doing this type
wait
of
till y'all see, if y'all listen to this podcast, wait till y'all see us at E3 Live, GRG Live, everybody connecting, having the ball. Y'all don't even see a group doing
we can't mute 100 though. When we live.
We just there's a way for us to mute 100 when he's drunk and we all together. We just put that motherfucker's tape on his mouth.
My man. Let him breathe.
He go a little wild. We're gonna have the dog and bone show. Oh man.
Yeah, we got that mute button too. It's called turn off the cameras.
I know, Def Jam. It's too damn long. We gotta stop, man. Anyway, we got some gaming to do. Anyway. All right, man. So let's do our sign.
State of Decay 2, man. We're gonna be on that bad boy.
Let's do our sign outs, live wire. Let's get your ass out of here.
I ain't hear my dolphin sound.
Man, hold on. Let me find it. Go live wire. Go live wire. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your sign outs, man. What you laughing for?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's your boy, live wire, playing Daddy Daycare.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And check out my channel. I got some nice little content on there. Can't wait for State of Decay. That is going State of Decay is looking like game of the generation for me, dog. Yes, give me my dolphin. Yo, I'm telling you, this game, bro, you have to look at their life. This game is fucking insane, dog. Like the level of this shit is crazy, man. I'm looking at that.
Wow.
All right.
Can't wait.
Okay, that's the hypest I've heard you sound, man.
So because the dude went in, right? He's out there trying to fight. He's out there. He's like, we're gonna go find an enclave. Dude goes out there. Zombies coming at him everywhere. The dude's over there. I didn't know that. We seen him fight people before, but they had weapons and stuff. So the person comes out there trying to hit him with whatever melee attack, and all of a sudden they just start bucking. It was like 7 of them. I'm like, oh shit, this shit about to get real. He's just popping heads off. I'm like, this shit is crazy right here. I'm like, man, I gotta be on this shit, man. This shit is gonna I'm telling you, once what comes out next is
what comes out next is your ass shutting up. So the next person.
It's actually that one. State of Decay 2. That's the next
State of Decay and then Vampire. Yeah, man.
What the hell? He just
he went left, right, north, south.
I didn't really talk. You know what I mean? I didn't really talk at all. So.
Well, I mean, 100%.
Pacify it when you should have been giving it to your daughter. Damn.
We about to go. He turned into another 2 hours.
Kaleidoscope, where can they find you at, bro?
Y'all can find me on Twitter at DirectX-the. Also on my YouTube channel at Kaleidoscope, and on Xbox Live at just plain Kaleidoscope.
Cool, man. Cool.
He's a classic like a pair of 5411 Reeboks. Facts.
All right. Triple Cup Chuck, man, where can they find you at?
Man, you can find me at Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup, one word, then Chuck on the Twitter, Xbox, and on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? On the Vibration Podcast on Wednesdays, man, we be going live, man. It's starting to get lit. So, you know what I'm saying? We getting them rookie jitters off of us. We starting to bond together, and the flow's starting to get good. I mean, that's something y'all need to come out and check out. There's going to be some fire out there.
All right. And then we're going to move on to...
And tune into DirectX - the Fraud tomorrow, Saturdays.
Yes, let's promote. Do y'all's promotion. And then also,
we're going to run 3 hours on that one, too.
No, y'all better not.
We're going to get in there.
They stay running 3 hours on that one.
Stay out there this way. Man, 108 Dragons, where can they find you at?
You can find me at 108 Dragons TV, baby. The host with the most. The entertainer with the planner, nigga. Facts. But listen, if you want real news, real talk, real opinions, all systems, 108 Dragons TV is where it's at. That's what we do here. Thank you. We appreciate everybody's attendance. We appreciate all y'all.
Yeah, man.
Follow everybody in the podcast because everybody, no matter what you hear on this panel, each one of our channels is different, and we come together and form Voltron. Facts.
And I am the head. Let's go.
You're the leg.
He had to just put that out there.
No, he's the leg because he holds it all up.
Oh man.
So who the head? 100's the head then, right?
No. 100's the head. We gotta be silent anyway. No, man. Big shout out to my boy 100. He got mad at me. He gonna cuss me out when I get into the party, man. He's gonna be like, you know what, Mega? Fuck you, Mega. You know what I mean? Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. So anyway, big shout out to Intro Media Gaming, to everybody out there that rocking with us, man. Always remember, man, we are all gamers. You know what I'm saying? This much love, regardless of what particular games that I may not like, but if you love, it's all love, man. So anyway, have a good night. You know, if you're not playing no games, you better be doing the pants off, dance off, baby. And if you ain't doing that, you better have work tomorrow. So goddamn it, get y'all's asses out of here.
Also catch me on Smash Podcast tomorrow, Saturdays, 2:30 Central. Let's go.
Bloody Knuckles.
You already had your damn outro.
No, he didn't.
Take your
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Before I get my bill.
Nah, man.